come again. Trying to. How's this? My microphones didn't come yet. They're like 4 days late. So we'll do the best we can. See what happens. Okay, now I'm walking to the, the org. Excuse me. I had to go into Walgreens, so I could use their bench thing to get the gimbal on. Oh my God, you guys. My fingers are all purple from coloring my hair. I wore gloves and everything, but this is some hair dye. Look at the accident that just happened. I'm gonna go over a bridge here so you guys can see. We're gonna go over, I think it's 290 right here, I'm not sure. We're just a few blocks from my destination. Thanks for finding me, guys. If you turn on the notifications, I think you always will. My mods will have to tell me, isn't that how it works? If you put on notifications and then all, then you'll know every time I go live right away. I mean, obviously, you're not always going to be available, but you can always watch it on the replay. Did you guys see that accident? Wow. That sucks.
Home training can be cool, but y'all never.
I made up a song for L. Ron Hubbard for his birthday, but I can't sing it because all of my videos are demonetized. If you look at my videos, they're all demonetized. Shannon, wait to see your hair in the... Oh my gosh, it's crazy. It's crazy looking, girl. Tis a tis. It's very bright and clownish, as I said before. I look like I should be in a... Oh, but this young kid at the train station, excuse me, when I got off the train, said, "Hey, I really like your hair, lady." He looked like a teenager. But you know, it's also, there is a point where you get too old for certain things. I just don't feel like I'm there yet. Here, so we're going over a bridge right now. Let me see if I can... There's the road. It's not very high yet, but we haven't gotten to the top. So I'm glad that Windy City Thetan's coming, so I'm not by myself. Well, where it is, it's like, it's in such a crowded place, like they could never get away with doing something violent. So, yes, I say that after they did what they did in view of the entire city. But that was when they had the police with them. So, as far as like creeping up behind me and doing what they did to Chris, that's not going to happen. Skyline! There's the skyline. What do they call this? The ground line? Aren't those pretty? Tennis courts? Like, I bet nobody ever plays on them either. There's a dog park there. Little tiny bit of grass and trees in the middle of a big city. Okay, now this is the target, you guys. If you watched all the lives, which, believe me, that would have been a lot of watching. But if you watched the lives and you were listening to the Columbia students, this is the target they were talking about trying to get to. Like, they buy their groceries here and stuff like that. So this is the one they were talking about that they couldn't get to. Oh, I was just trying to go to Target and I couldn't. I hope y'all saw the picture in the community tab that had them blocking the, oh, look at this, it's kind of cool. That had them blocking the sidewalk again. Because, you know, you just can't do that enough. Violate the ADA enough. Make enough enemies. This used to trip me out a lot when I was a little kid. When you look down and cars come, it scared me. Look at all those purple things. Wow, Ellie. You know what you're doing, girl. All right. What you doing? What are you doing? Writing a sign. I am looking for a job. Where are you from?
I am from Venezuela.
Venezuela? Nice. Did you come with the buses from Texas? Did you come from Texas?
Venezuela.
Yeah, how'd you get here? Yeah. What? You flew? Say hi. Say your name.
Hello.
He's from Venezuela. He needs a job. If anybody knows. What are you asking for? I don't have any cash. What? I don't have anything. I don't live down here. I took the train. My house is a long way away. Sorry about that. Good luck. You too. So guys, just so you know, this is what Scientology's latest. Hanging out by the immigration office that's down here, looking for fresh immigrants that have never heard of Scientology, that don't know the truth about it, so that they can recruit them for the Sea Org, for slave labor. More slave labor. Okay, we're gonna go down this way, I think. Isn't it pretty? Look at the skyline, you guys. Pretty amazing, I think. A lot of poor people, a lot of people struggling. A lot of people need help. And the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. should have warned him about them. No, he's, no. No. I should not have. He didn't speak English, and we were having a very difficult time communicating to one another, and it really probably would have been a wasted effort. Plus, he's nowhere near there. Yeah, I told you guys I'm sure not everybody was there. So like Aaron said, stop acting like people see every one of your videos. So I was talking to somebody who's kind of fresh out of Scientology, and she was telling me that like the Scientologists are sincerely afraid of us. Like they think that we're gonna hurt them, that the whole world is against them, that they're doing something really good, and that we are sorry about that, guys. Every time my phone rings, it makes the camera glitch. So let me hang on 1 second, and then let me turn off. Should have done this before. Let me turn off the phone. Hang on. Sorry about that. Yeah, wow, isn't that so much shakier when I don't have it in the gimbal? Oh, it's crazy. Yeah. Hold on a sec. Hang on with me. Don't start yelling yet. All right, sorry about that. Every single time I get a call, the camera goes crazy. And I try to turn on Do Not Disturb. But since my phone got cracked up, it won't, it can't turn on Do Not Disturb after I have already, oh my God, is that crazy? Ellie, am I zoomed in? Yes. So here's what happens. It zooms and it glitches. It freezes every single time someone tries to call me. And once I'm on the live, I can't turn it on Do Not Disturb because it's all correct. If you guys saw this phone, it's like the only thing holding the screen together is one of the screen guards I had on when I fell on it. All my fault, but what are you gonna do? It's raining. It's raining, it's pouring. And it's not 7 o'clock. When I get to where I'm going, I'll be able to talk to you guys and read the chat. Okay, let's see. When I used to protest, I only gave OSA and Sea Org a hard time, but I was careful not to yell at the low level or public Scientologists unless they harassed me. Stay safe out there. What's Shannon up to? Hey Lisa, quit calling me. You're making my screen freeze. I am going to a birthday party. I wore a dress and everything. Today is Lafayette Hubbard's birthday. I know you all are excited about that. It's raining. Is it raining out there, Lise? You should have come with me. I tried to call, but no, you wasn't there. I do like to turn around every once in a while just to see who's behind me. Look safe. Oh, thank you. It's very, very purple. Yep, my fault. Yes, it is. I wanted to see what her and Monty were up to. Well, Monty is with Roger. Yeah, it's raining here. Not raining out there yet. Yeah, so Monty went for a nice long walk, and then he came with me to get coffee, and then he went to the park with his friend. They're probably both asleep on my couch as we speak. Just guessing. Is Monty in Southern Illinois? Did you? Monty's in Maui. I send him there once a year for rest and relaxation. Oh, it's been so long since I've been to Hawaii. I want to go so bad. I bet you on the top floors they can see the lake from here. Even though it's not even that close. How tall that building is. Hello. I believe this is one of the gyms we've met people from this building. It's a nice one. Wonder what that dude is running from. Scientology. He's running. There's Scientologists behind him. He's doing the smartest thing he could do. Love to you too. Have a good day at work. Don't work too hard. That's my motto. I worked too hard all my life. I think that's another thing I have in common with the ex-Scientologists. I worked so hard I was a single parent when I was in law school. It's cute. And I just always had to work really hard. And that's okay. It's good for you, right? Just seems like people don't work as hard as they used to. I could be wrong. Some people don't seem to be working hard at all, that are, you know, of the age to maybe where they should be working. I don't know. I'm just showing my age. Look how cute this dog is. So cute. Hi. I always say hi to the dogs, but not to the owners. Is that rude? I guess it is, kind of. Is anything looking familiar yet? You guys might not live in Chicago, but you sure are going to be familiar with this part of it. Just like Hollywood, right? We know that corner pretty well. Look at all the traffic, you guys. It's not even rush hour. We're in the block they closed down. All these people had to find another way to go. But hey, not enough. There couldn't possibly be enough inconvenience as far as Scientology's concerned, because, hey, David Miscavige was here after all. And they're trying to clear the planet. Yeah, so the Scientologist was telling me that they think we, meaning the protesters and auditors, are controlled by the big SPs like Mike Rinder, Leah Remini, Aaron. She also mentioned Aaron, and that they pay us to go and give them a hard time, and that we're all just criminals. We're dumb criminals, like, you know, thieves and killers and stuff like that. And we're so hard up for money that you know, we go to, I guess, to Mike Rinder's office once a month and collect our paycheck for coming to bother them. Isn't that funny? I mean, this conversation blew my mind. She was like, I used to be afraid of you guys. I asked her, why do they hate being filmed so much? And she said, because, couple reasons. One, they get in trouble when they're caught on film, right? But two, they think that we will do what is done to them in Scientology, which is we will, you know, punish them. They'll be punished for being on camera. We will find out who they are, find them, and go hurt them in some way. Boycott. Oh, with that vest, don't you think, guys? That vest and the sunglasses? Maybe not. Okay, the doors are open, and so are the windows. Hello. Windows are open. Hi, Casey Cat. Yep, everything's open. All are welcome. Come in today. Church of Scientology, Chicago. Visit our public information center. There's something about the building right there. My friends have been sending me pictures and video, and they're like scared to death. Like, I don't even wear sunglasses anymore. I could care less. No smoking. You know, the security guard of Columbia College right here came out, and last time I was here, and told me I could not film the sign on the window. See this sign? Constructed in 1911, the Dwight Building joined a number of other utilitarian structures centered on and around South Dearborn Street's Printing House Row. That's why this is called Printers Row. Hey guys. So yeah, she came out and said, you can't film that sign on the window. And I was like, I beg to differ. Hello? This is America. Well, it doesn't look like anyone has spoiled their day yet. Windy City Thetan, didn't she come out for lunch? This is about Printers Row, right here. Who cares what they say about it? But yeah, you can see the doors are wide open for, I wonder what they do if I've already been trespassed, so I'd just get arrested. Which, I mean, there are worse things than getting a ticket or getting arrested. But, for trespassing, let's see how long it takes them to close the curtains. Wow, those are some snappy vests they're all wearing. So they're starting to disappear. Scientology at work. KSW. Thanks, Tom Cruise. KSW. Sorry about that. So that's the color of my hair now, guys. There's no blind tech. Yeah, they flunk. Y'all flunk. This place is huge. So I wonder, guys, is this like every other ideal org? I'm just curious. Like, what are these stations? Is this like, each one has a different movie showing? Because there's a TV, and then there's a bench. Can you guys see this through the glare? Yeah, Scientologists walking around in their vestices. I'm gonna see if I can do one. Oh, here they are. Here we go. Look at them. One's from Butler College. Wow, smarty pants. I kind of doubt that. Fancy. Anyway, I forgot what I was talking about. You probably did too. Okay, good. I'm glad you can see. Hey guys, it's a cult. Everybody's looking at it like, what the hell is that place? See, it doesn't matter if they're, oh, here's the cafe that you're welcome to go in. Everyone's welcome. The woman, I did talk to the person, the relatively recently out Scientologist about the passports and all that. And what she said, I told her they were hanging around the immigration office, and she said exactly what we thought. She's like, they'll tell them that they know how because they have lawyers that do immigration work, that work for them. Also, she said that every ideal org has at least one OSA person. And so there is OSA here. And she said that they have lawyers that work on immigration stuff. And so they'll tell them, like, we can get you a working visa much faster than you can do it on your own. So they promise them they'll do it. And the next thing you know, they're in the Sea Organization, right? So I really would love to see this building. This building is an amazing, beautiful building. And I would like to see how they restored it, if they did, you know? She also, oh, get this, you guys. This is kind of interesting for someone like me who knows, you know, I was never in Scientology. I don't know anyone that was. She said, can you guys see this cafe? where that TV is there, that's full of tables and chairs. That's the cafe that they talked about. She said that in the beginning with the Ideal Org thing, she remembers when they bought this building in 2007. She was in then. And she said that that in the beginning, the people in the locality were supposed to finance their own rehab of the buildings. And then that wasn't happening because there aren't that many Scientologists here in the Midwest, right? So then she said they started milking all their whales from other places and saying, you guys are going to have to finish the job. And she said that's why it took them so long here in Chicago. Sorry about that. That's why it took so long here, and that's how they ended up getting the money. Because I could easily find out how much they paid for it. I don't know how easily I could find out how much they spent on it. But this is a very expensive building. And I believe it's mixed use too. So they could also, she was telling me there probably aren't very many Sea Org. There's just regular staff here, like the executive staff, and a few Sea Org people that will be here permanently. Otherwise, there are none here, like very few, she said. There are no Scientologists here. I'm like, look at it, it's empty. Completely empty. I wonder what... Oh, that was French. Here comes somebody. Look, she's running. Is she running for the blind tech, you think? Look. Here comes a stubby dude. You know you don't have to stay there if you don't want to. You can get out. How much money are you spending here? You can come out anytime. Here we go. Blind tech, blind tech. You can see right through their blinds. Blind tech, blind tech. Uh-oh, what are they gonna do about... Oh, yep. Here, let's see her anyway. She wants to be seen. Yep. Blind tech, blind tech. That was not a very quick one. It took them a little while, but to their credit, they are not well staffed. So that could be the issue. You're not going in there, are you? It's a cult. Don't go in there. They'll take all your money. And your future. You know, you can leave anytime, and it's much better out here. Nobody out here wants to harm you. You can come out. There are lots of organizations with lots of money to help you. You guys can come out anytime. So here's the thing. I am so mad about the way that they treated us when we were here that, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can see right here. Not that it matters, there's nobody in there. But anyway, yeah, that I started really... Oh, I just wanted to punch them all in the face. Not that I would. I'm not saying that. I'm not like them, you know. All of us got punched. Women, men, the little boy got roughed up. And I was getting really angry, and it was coming out in a way that I wasn't completely satisfied with. So I've decided to be more strategic with my energy and start using what I know about other things and talking to them, you know, in a certain kind of way. This dude just came out. I want to see if he's going to go into the Columbia building, because this guy just came. If there are students coming in here, it's a cult, and you know it. You know it's a cult. No, he didn't. He's just, what is he doing? He's getting in his car. No, he's sitting on the ground. So they're probably gonna just put people out here in different places so they can watch me because I'm so dangerous. Hello. Isn't it, you guys, this is the front of it. I don't think they have their TRs in at all. Look at it. This is the front of Scientology. Unless it's their flower bed, I think. See their lovely flower bed? We heard their body routing. Okay, so all I know is what my people at Columbia say, and they didn't say anything about body routers. All they said was that there were people coming and going, but not like approaching people, talking to them, that kind of thing. It's a cult. You're in a cult. You should know better. You should know better. You're old enough. I don't know how, it's hard to understand how people get duped into this that are like in their 40s, right? I mean, you ought to know better. Unless, of course, your whole life was spent in there, right? So I've got some people, some of the kitties that are going to come out and keep me company. And I'm just going to film whatever they do and talk to them. What do you think about that, guys? What do you think about the new strategy? People who don't know about high control groups and how they operate. Hillary, you think those are the people that are subject to get into a cult like this? I have to tell you something. My Columbia College friends say that they do something to their building every night. Not to the building itself. They write things on the sidewalk in chalk, which is legal. And they also have a song and a chant. It's about, I forgot what, it was something about virgins. Like, Scientology's a cult, and even if it isn't, they're still all virgins. Something like that. That's why they get married so young, you guys. Yes, that's right, Z-News. They think that we're hurting them. Like, she was telling me that she thought we were going to hurt them and that we're the reason why the world... Don't go in there, it's a cult. Don't go in there, that's a cult. Do you know what a cult is? They think we're dangerous and that everybody out here is criminals and they're just looking to hurt other people, and that anybody who is outwardly hostile towards Scientology is a criminal, and that the reason they don't like Scientology is not because it's a cult or not because it traffics human beings and breaks up families with their disconnection policies. It's because we hate the fact that they are trying to better the earth. This guy's a Scientologist right here. He's probably watching my stream. What do you want to bet? Hi, Chicago. I miss you. Chicago. Yeah, Chicago misses you. But soon in Chicago, it's going to be like very beautiful. In the spring, everything comes out so green and so beautiful. So it's going to be great. In about May, Mother's Day, it'll be pretty here. Otherwise, it's like, see those trees? That's what it looks like. So this is the block, you guys, that they shut down. It looks like a completely different place, doesn't it? It looks completely different. This is where they beat up the guy, the old man, over here in the street. You couldn't tell, but it was in the street, right next to the curb there, right next to the curb line. Hello. Yeah, he's out here to watch me. Yeah, so I'm gonna sneak up on him, see what he's watching. Hey, Z-News. Hey, Julie. I have to use my discernment in deciding whether I want to talk to someone or not. You're not here, you know, so sometimes you can't tell, but you can feel a big I'm not getting any weird feeling from him except for Scientology feel. But I'm just saying sometimes you get a really powerful feeling. So that's that South Loop Strength and Conditioning. The people who own it live right up there on that second floor in the red building. And they rented their space to Scientology. I went there. Yeah, that's what they did. They rented it to them. And somebody's peeking out the window too. Hilarious. Oh my God, how funny. Hold on a second. How many people? Are you a Scientologist?
No, I was walking in.
Did you walk in there?
Yeah.
No way. What? Well, I'm live streaming.
Oh no, it was my first time I was eating here, and then I walked in there.
In that bar right there?
Yeah, I was having a drink there. With
Okay.
my friend, and they decided to walk in here to see what it's all about. So I just
Tell
watched some
me,
videos.
will you tell me what happened? Like what it was like? I've never been in there. They won't let me in there.
Oh, no, what you doing?
Because I'm a protester.
Against Scientology?
I just videotape them to make sure that everything they do is seen by the public. Because they're known for human trafficking. It's a cult.
Oh.
So they credit card fraud, they steal identities to pay for courses. It's a lot.
Oh.
Have you heard of Leah Remini?
Who?
Leah Remini? Okay. Well, there are a lot of books written about it. If you want to watch a documentary that's really good about it, it's called Going Clear. Scientology Going Clear. And it'll tell you like the whole backstory and all that.
Well,
So
literally across the street.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, I had a friend that lives here. That lives here.
Yeah. In this building? I know someone who lives here too.
First shop. So we just walked across the street.
Uh-huh.
It said instead of just being, just said I could just walk in and see what they had to say.
And what was it like?
Normal. It's just like, I go Catholic. I'm non-denominational. Like,
Me too.
agnostic, but no, it's about all they were really talking about is how to be a better human. But I do a lot of coaching, a lot of development, so it's really just the same kind of tactics and strategies.
As coaching, like
just
life
coaching.
coaches, right?
That's what it really was.
It
That's all I
is.
really saw it as.
Yeah.
So
Did you look at those like little stations where they have benches and then a screen?
yeah, I just a video. I think we're probably like overhyping it. To me, like being in the coaching and personal development space,
Yeah.
that's really what it is. It's
Okay.
personal development.
Yeah.
How it's a science, I don't know, but I like how it's like a religion, but I'm not really.
It's not. They did that for tax exemption.
Well, I guess most churches, but I don't mind. It's just to me, just instead of me making assumptions, just sit.
I think that's smart.
Yeah.
I think it's smart. And also, so just hopefully you won't just look at them, but like listen to some other people that were in it and know exactly what goes on. They have something called the Sea Organization. Are you familiar with that? So it's like their military wing, and those are the people that sign a billion-year contract. And those are the people that a billion-year contract, because they believe that you get born over and over and over again, and that they have to do whatever they say whenever that they say it for a billion years, and they end up giving their lives away, and then they're paid $47 a week for the rest of their lives. But they get people from other countries and take their passports away so they can't escape. They've locked people in what they call the hole, which was like a dungeon. So they won't tell you the truth. When you go, you know how it is.
My whole thing is I'm not trying to. My whole thing is just what I'm saying. I'm trying to
Yeah.
deep into it. Other than just, hey, you hear about Scientology, and I think coming here didn't really build. I just came to like understand the stuff they're saying is just about human performance.
Yes.
I work in the space.
Yes.
Of life coaching.
Do you want to say something about your job? I have 172 people watching.
Oh.
Do you want to say something?
Yeah, my whole goal is I think that the thing that's the most important is about the reason I walked in or walk into anywhere is just
It's so
you can
cute.
either live in ignorance, so you just kind of just ask questions. But I think we live in a world where we don't actually spend time asking questions. We
Yeah.
make assumptions. So
Yeah.
you hear about it,
Yeah.
but I think the only way to actually understand it is to take a step. Right? Without judgment or with judgment, without judgment, I just walked in. It's like, okay, nice people. Am I going to become Scientologist? Like, no, but it's like,
Yeah.
well, at least it's understanding. No, it's just about human. It's just really about human performance.
That's what they say. Yeah.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
it is. Until I hide otherwise, I'm not I'm not necessarily the person that's going to be the most, that's going to switch from being agnostic and just.
Yeah, right. You're not interested in being a Scientologist.
Well, I'm not interested in being any.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's really what it is. It's just like, my goal is always.
So are you like a gym coach or you're a life coach?
No, executive life. So I work with teams and leaders across the globe.
Uh-huh.
To help just maximize performance.
Uh-huh.
So I'm here just to do. Actually, in Los Angeles.
They try to recruit people like you. Have you heard about what's going on in LA right now with Scientology?
I do not pay attention. I do not.
Oh, you don't watch the news?
No, because that's a lot of. That's one of some of the biggest programming that's it.
Oh, they've been swatting people in California, saying they've got a gun. They're waving guns, shooting at buildings. People are getting swatted there. That's when a SWAT team comes with a helicopter above your head, and if you move, they shoot you like that. That's swatting. It means they call and make fake allegations about people having guns and stuff. Yeah, so you might want to check that if you're from LA. My family is in San Diego.
Okay.
And 6 months out of the year, I wonder what I'm doing here.
You're not in LA?
Yeah.
Okay.
San Diego.
Okay.
Check it out and see. There's a lot going on in LA. Ever since, well, you're familiar with the Danny Masterson situation, yeah? Okay. So Scientology told his victims that it was their fault they were raped, and then forbade them from going to the police about it until 15 years after it happened. So a lot of people are protesting right now in LA for that reason.
Well, that's like every religion. You know, that's every kind of place you have it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, my goal is like, I think the biggest thing that all of us people need to understand is about critical reasoning. Mm-hmm. Right?
Critical thinking. I wonder, how do people give it up? You know. But I had a very interesting long conversation with somebody who was in the Sea organization for 27 years. Yeah. So I learned a lot. I'm Shannon, by the way. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
AK.
AK.
Yeah. Hello, Wendy. Wendy, how are you? So you guys work together?
No. I mean, we know each other from doing this. We live in the same area.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we don't work together. It's a call. You don't have to go back in ever. Can you afford to? Can you afford to?
Are you neighboring?
Hi. I asked him if he saw any of the coverage in LA. He hasn't seen it yet. How long have you been here in Chicago?
2 days.
Oh, wow. So you've been here before, right?
Yeah, not this year. Yeah, I've been here 4 times.
Did they try to recruit you into the executive program? That's why you're here.
Like my goal is always to keep an open mind.
Good. Keep that up. You'll be fine. I'm serious. Keep doing that. Look at both sides. Make up your own mind. Yeah. I've never tried. They were at Lakeview until a week ago. Yeah, almost exactly a week ago. And they just moved into this building. And in the Lakeview one, I did walk in because the sign says everyone welcome. And yet, did you see what they did when I came? They closed all the blinds, closed the doors. Why so many secrets? So in.
Go in, it's not that. I thought it was going to be something.
And then when I went into the one in Lakeview, they said you can't be in here. You have to get out. So clearly, all are not welcome.
No. I mean,
they call us criminals.
It's basically just they talk about like a lot about performance.
No, I don't think so. Ugh, it's like talking to a rock. I only have so much patience. He's in the executive training program. That's what he's doing here, and he's lying. So he's already got half the personality he needs to be in Scientology. Because God knows they don't give 2 shits about the truth. Anyway, I want to show you guys the pop I got. He's what? He's not making this very fun. Nah, he's not. He's like, I'm not trying to join anything. But did you see the look on his face when I said you got recruited into the executive program? because that's what he's here for. He's from LA. He's says he's an executive coach. What's going on in the chat? Are you gelling? Yeah, they'll take him for all his money, but he seems to be a willing participant at this point, even though he says he promotes critical thinking. And he keeps saying, oh, it's just a, whatever he said. Okay, here, look, guys. I got this. Has anybody ever had Olipop? Watermelon lime? I know people have had Olipop, but watermelon lime? Okay, good. I'm glad. I don't know if he's brainwashed necessarily. I think he's just perhaps thinking that I don't think so. No, he's not a Nation of Islam. I mean, I could be wrong, but he sure doesn't look like them. Okay, let me go talk to some students because they're way more fun. Oh no, here comes the theater clerk. Look at him, guys. Here comes the theater guy. Excuse me, are you a theater clerk? Do you work in a theater? Do you sweep up popcorn? I'm just saying. The outfit, Okay. Let's talk to students. Oh, they just left. Moth? Patricio? Everybody's at work today. No, not everybody. There are other people. Wonder what happened to Robbie and Bella. They got scared to death, I think, on March 3rd. Hey, you guys, maybe I can get one of my... Do you sweep up popcorn? Well, isn't that a reasonable question if you're wearing a gold vest? It was like red in the front and gold in back. Maybe I can get one of my videos monetized if I can keep my temper today. So I'm gonna give it a shot. Look at the ground. It's raining. Not bad though yet. Hi everybody, 173. Hey, wait! I spilled some popcorn. Wait! I need someone to clean it up. Come back. Come back. Come back to the theater. I have a ticket. Please. He's not coming back. Oh, guys, I didn't show you. Hey, come. You got to say hi.
Howdy, everybody.
This is Windy City Theater.
And to my channel, this is Shannon. But anybody who knows me knows Shannon. So.
Well, they know the color of the hair. They're like, oh, there she is.
The subset of.
There's someone supposed to be several people. Others are joining us today.
That'd be nice.
Yes.
So last time
it will be nice.
I was so frustrated because
I could tell.
They were all hanging out right here. And once they went in to Columbia, the rest of them kind of moved to the back, and I knew they would have gone. Yep.
I just wanted to know if you guys.
Oh, it's you. I'm Shannon.
You guys are live. Fuck Scientology.
That's right.
In Hebrew or Arabic, you say Khaluf.
What does that mean?
Khaluf. Oh.
Fuck you.
Yeah, no.
Oh, Khaluf.
Khaluf.
Okay, I like it.
Arabic. Hebrew.
Say it.
Came to Israel.
Here's our
Oh my God.
popcorn vendor. It's a cult. You don't have to stay in it.
Anytime you want out, we'll help.
Come out of the cult. Come into the light.
People care.
You can actually go watch movies for real. You can do whatever you want with your money. You can do whatever you want with your life. You can live anywhere, say anything, read anything. There's a new guy here that I have not met yet. So let me see if he wants to get on the It's a cult. It's a cult. Do you want to introduce yourself to my channel? Here's our new comrade.
My name is Dr. Israel Brownstein. Israel would be the English word for my first name. And
Israel.
Yes, like the country.
Yep.
I have personal experience with dealing. I'm a clinical psychologist. Scientology has literally destroyed numerous people that I have been close to and that I love and I care about tremendously. There's one individual that's still recovering from this cult 5 years. And the fact that they, listen, Judaism in essence is not a religion. My brother's an atheist, but his mom's a Jew. So one of the Jews is Jewish.
He's Jewish,
I
right?
consider myself a religious Jew, so I do care about religion.
Okay.
And I will tell you that my Arabic Islamic friends, my Christian friends, they tried to make the Church of Scientology in the old city in Jerusalem, the walled city, where there's a quarter for Christians, there's a quarter for Jews, there's a quarter for Arabic, and they tried to create their own little quarter. And they were telling everybody there, we can assist you.
Lisa is saying shalom to you.
Shalom, Lisa.
Yeah.
Manishma.
She's Jewish too. She says shalom, Israel.
Shalom, manishma. And they tried to open up in the old city a quarter for themselves. They got thrown out so fast. It was, thank God, literally. Again, religion for me is not the most important thing. I do a lot of public speaking and stuff. It's my personal life. I grew up really hardcore religious, and I know the difference between a religion and a cult.
It's a cult.
And this is
That's a cult.
Khaluf.
It really is a cult.
Khaluf.
You know, it's a secta. It is a Celtic church, so they do very nefarious things. They're going to ask for your money. They'll give you a free little intro exam. It's like when a street cocaine dealer gives you that first tube, and then every time after that, you're going to pay for it through the nose. And they're terrible.
They do human trafficking. They do like credit card fraud.
So you live
Do
in
you
Chicago.
really? Aw. Do you want to say hi to my chat? Just wave. Okay. All right. Watch a movie called Going Clear.
Sorry?
Going Clear. It'll tell you all about it. Yeah. Bye, honey. So cute.
I call it,
Go on. You got interrupted.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. I call it
Okay. They're asking if
legal
you.
rage. It's like I can't even believe what goes on. It's insanity.
It is.
I knew of a guy also in my jiu-jitsu. I do a lot of MMA, and there was this guy that got tangled up in it. He was just walking down the block in California, and there was like a little tent. This is way back, like early 2000s.
Okay.
And they had like
Guys, it was the phone. In a little bit, when my battery gets low, I will turn the whole thing off and start a new stream, and then I'll be able to put on Do Not Disturb. Okay, go on.
No, it's just.
So you have.
I call it, it's
well, you said you.
Right now, it's like I have the ability to still be calm, but like I love streets LA.
Yeah.
Because.
Oh my God! Look how close they are.
This is ridiculous.
Wow.
Are you kidding me? This is insane.
This is a public sidewalk, jerk.
Jesus Christ, this is literally public. Oh my God, you're just here to destroy.
This.
This is what they're doing. This is insanity. This is what I'm talking about. And this has been going on since 2001. I've known people that got caught up in it, and it's so difficult to get out. If you're part of any religion in the world and you choose to rebel and run away, you'll figure it out. You'll rebel, you'll run away, you'll do your own thing. This is literally, they grab you psychologically. And what I find so ironic is they consider themselves above therapeutic intervention, psychology, psychiatry,
Right,
medical.
that's right.
Yet,
They
if you
detest
go here,
psychiatrists.
They detest it, but if you go here and anybody coming out, I've never heard of one person coming out that didn't then need psychology and psychiatry.
Right.
So they're literally
creating patients.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're creating the field.
Psychiatric patients.
They're keeping
Yep.
therapists
Yes.
well paid.
Yes.
Anybody coming out.
By traumatizing their members. Right. And when they finally get loose,
So if anybody
they need a
Googles my
psychiatrist.
name, you can Google my name. I have no problem with it. It's spelled Yisroel. Last name Brownstein, as it sounds. I have a tremendous crazy story myself, a few books, and I have tremendous PTSD. And I used to go to groups in the late 90s just for trauma, these trauma groups that my therapist recommended. and there was always like one Scientologist recovering. Literally, they considered themselves recovering. There was like addicts and this and that. And I had my
And then Scientology,
my experience was
cult
horrible.
members.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's just like they prey upon it.
Man, is that guy giving you the evil eye?
I'm shaking right now.
Yeah.
This is my
Yeah.
first time here since I haven't had a chance. Because I do keep the Shabbat, but I was still going to come out. But you know what? I was stuck. I have a little bit.
Okay, I'll try not to restart it, Ellie. Go ahead, sorry. They're always talking.
No good. I was actually at the police station trying to get a permit for me to go in.
Oh, interesting. Because they do have a public service on Sunday. And everyone's welcome, right, Israel?
Everyone, of course everyone was welcome. And then you came in the morning and it was like, as if like, you know, like you were trying to like break into the White House or something, like national security.
You guys, are you watching these people behind us? First of all, they almost ran Israel over. Secondly, Paisans just turned their music on blast. So don't forget what I said about Paisans. Boycott.
Paisans is with them now?
Yeah. Oh, they have been since they moved. Yeah.
It's sick.
Yep.
It really is. I didn't even notice it. My eyes were like, I was in this accident when I was a little kid. I was in a horrible plane crash, famous plane crash, and my eyes are really bad. And I took the train out here today after I was done at work. And all of a sudden it was like the aura. I can't even explain it. Like, you just feel the gift.
Yes, when you leave here, I use half a bottle. Listen, I would use like half a bottle of body wash when I leave here.
Can you tell me a little really quickly your story? I never really got like.
Okay, let me get my water, okay?
Go.
I don't want to talk about myself anymore.
That building is also.
I'll have to get myself out of that. Hold on, you guys. So, yeah, Paisans 100% behind Scientology. My throat hurts. Yeah, go. You want me to go with you?
No, otherwise then they can come out the front door, so I want to make sure you're kept.
Yeah, okay.
And you're going to stick around for a bit?
Oh yeah.
Thank you so much.
I came out. I'm here.
You know you can leave Scientology at any time. You can leave. And
the non-for-profit.
the world is
More
great.
than welcome.
You don't have to be afraid.
It was so hot today. I went to jiu-jitsu and I came out.
He said that he has a friend in MMA that got tangled up with Scientology.
I was kind of late.
They'll prey upon anybody.
Here's a Nebraska plate, guaranteed Scientologists.
Crazy.
And they like to scare you and to make you think they're running you over.
It's so funny too because they were so scared of this property until this side of town became more like that.
Yes,
town.
yes.
Like growing up, this was.
I know, this is a bad side, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Nobody went south of Roosevelt ever. South of Van Buren, really. Okay, so,
Yeah, so all I have to say is that I went to school with, I was almost always in school and doing a project with, somebody from the Middle East, whether they were Egyptian, Jordanian, Palestinian, many Palestinians. I also became a paramedic to help out, and this girl, she was becoming a nurse, and she was approached in the hospital, UIC, and she and I had a conversation about it. Palestinian, I'm Jewish.
Yes,
whatever.
yeah.
Deep conversations about religion. It baffles my mind that anybody can even remotely consider this a religion.
it's not.
What about
Everyone
this
knows it's
religion?
not. It's not. I mean, they practically admit it's not. I mean, that was a real coup for them, you know? They were really, really proud of themselves.
Trauma, there's actual physical evidence. I don't know if you know this, but like brain, if you look like people that have gone through like severe trauma,
Yeah.
there's actually like almost like on a minor level like a growth. Your brain literally develops differently when you go through trauma. You could see this in a brain scan. Okay, I believe who's the gentleman who's awesome. He has one of the channels
What's he look like?
in Iran.
Yes.
Okay, I believe he was talking about it one time. Anybody wants to know about that? I believe he had a segment on his show with somebody who wrote a book. It was one of the first videos that I saw
Yes.
out of this recent time.
Yes.
And he talked about it. He talked about that trauma, and he was saying that people that are coming out of Scientology should go get this treatment.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Do you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
Yes.
I don't
It's
know the gentleman that wrote the book.
Me neither. I haven't looked into that yet.
But I literally, so I have that. Because at 9 years old, I went through tremendous trauma. Then I was also in the Middle East, like after 9/11, whatever. It's just, so I had a lot of trauma. I was run by a bus. It was crazy stories. But I'm just telling you that as somebody who grew up as religious as you could possibly think, like with the curlies, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I am so proud that I always.
You were Orthodox?
I grew up ultra Orthodox.
Ah.
No television, no radio,
Yes,
nothing.
yeah.
But I'll tell you something. Even though I eventually rebelled and then kind of came back to it,
Yeah. Common.
it was not cultish. When I felt the need to have distance, I was in one of the #1 religious high schools in the country. None of them just took my family apart. None of them did anything to me that would be unusual. They might have said, oh, you know, you should be a mentor. Okay, you need some space, whatever it is. No one's destroying a family just because you don't want to be a part of it, right? So my dad's a big rabbi.
Although I know that there are some women that have a really hard time in ultra-Orthodox
Correct.
sects
So I'm a lot more chilled out than
escaping,
So
you know?
there are-
Yes.
Some of those movies that they put out are accurate. It is true.
Oh, no, I've never seen them. There's movies about
Yeah,
that?
there's a movie that like Renee Zellweger that was actually, I think they went a little extreme on it, but it did have truth to it. In the
I've read
Hasidic
about it, yeah,
community.
in the Hasidic community,
There-
right.
There are issues, but even that, if you speak to people that are part of that community, they'll still refer to it as like a choice. Now you might not, as a child, I'm not saying everyone's making a choice. You know, I was very angry.
Were you?
Yeah,
About
in
that?
high school. Yeah, because I was like in no television, no radio.
Yeah,
You know, so I
right.
started seeing the outside world. I'm like, what? Girls?
How come I don't have that?
Girls,
Yeah,
you know?
right.
So I went away with
In
my-
Scientology, they get married because they're not allowed to have sex before marriage.
So-
They get married when they're like 16, 17 years old.
Right, and in Judaism, what happened to me, I was like one of the top kids in my class. I left. Not one rabbi said, I'm never speaking to you again. My father
I
didn't
would like to
disconnect-
think not.
Did not disconnect
Right,
from me.
right, got it.
I probably shouldn't say this out loud for my siblings' sake, but I have 2 siblings that we joke around. They're part of the alphabet, like LGBT, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I believe that's how
Both
we joke
of them?
about it. I've got tons of siblings. 2 of them are
Interesting.
yeah, and it's like she's in law school, but he's in law school now, and was super offended. Last week they had sent somebody in to bring. Look at the doggy.
The dog's so cute.
They sent somebody in to UIC to my brother's law school. He's in law school there, and he called me.
At UIC?
UIC, and he called me. I said, I only recently heard about this because they started affecting, and then it popped up on my YouTube because I just looked it up. One thing, like I wanted to know what was going on in California, and everything out there, and like that's all I've been watching lately.
Yeah.
Streets LA.
Can you hold this and talk?
Sure.
Go ahead, keep talking.
Okay. I could do that for hours.
I get that impression, but that's okay. We got another good time.
I can't believe this. I can't believe that they were a lot that like any. What was this building before? I can't even remember.
Everything here was a warehouse. Everything here was either a printing building or a warehouse. But I mean, it was built in 1911 or something like that. Long time ago.
And did they shut down the other location?
Yeah, I don't know if it's completely closed, but
They officially moved.
they
It's not like they opened up.
Well, yeah, they had the opening on Sunday. You didn't see any of that?
No, of course I did. I was telling you that's when I was
Yeah.
stuck in the police
Yeah.
station on the north side.
Okay, yeah.
Like I was stuck on the police station.
That's when they officially
Wrigleyville.
moved. And they told their neighbors in Lakeview that they would be gone completely by the end of February. So they're
Not only that, I'll tell you they shut down so East Lakeview is kind of the area where I live right now, and they shut down some streets over there, and they were bringing just big vans, just like vanning people in. I don't know what was going on.
pepper spray.
But good.
Yeah.
This is my pepper spray. Streets. You hear this? If I would have been with you the other day, there would have been some ass whooping, ground and pound, like you know it, bro. I would have choked him out, rear naked choke, triangle choke.
He actually
His choice. I would have asked him, "What do you want?" I would have given him a menu.
Streets actually forgave the guy, like accepted
But
his
that's like-
apology.
yeah,
Did you
it's
know that?
something-
You
yes,
did
I
know that, yeah.
It's something I also would kind of do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had some friends that
What's
were,
going on in back?
A bunch of camera equipment being pulled in. I have a feeling that it's in order to make the celebration work here.
Yeah.
They're bringing in all of the audio-visual equipment that's going on there. I can't really connect this white van to them yet, but...
Oh yeah,
I
they
got-
went in through that door, the Paisan
Oh, it's
door.
for sure that
There's
they
a
literally
side
pulled
door.
Up like,
Yeah.
They literally pulled up like 6
Oh yeah, they
Yeah,
were,
yeah, yeah,
They were pretty
yeah.
aggressive on the parking.
Right. And just like giving you the side eye, the mad eye.
Yeah, he did. He was like, oh, another person?
Yeah, that big guy.
I'm going to be coming out here every day that I possibly can.
Good. I'll be out here 3 days a week, guaranteed.
Good.
I'm going to do a live every day, and I'm going to do a chat with my viewers once a week, and I'm going to be out here 3 times a week, and that's perfect. Like for me, perfect schedule.
Do
Yep.
you know which 3 days?
I wouldn't say it on air. I do, but I can't say
So
it now.
then you have my, I actually sent you
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah, yeah. Now
So
that
then
we've
later
met,
let
yeah.
me know because it'll be more of a, because as much as I can talk, a lot of it's like anxiety. My issue is not like I'm physically scared, but I'm like socially.
Correct.
You know.
Can,
So,
can you do me a favor? Can you take
Yes.
a picture of that? That's my email and my channel.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
That's kind of the way
Perfect.
that I don't have to expose
Perfect.
myself.
I didn't know there was anyone else, so there's a bunch of us here.
Okay, guys. Oh, and you know, Trashy's coming tonight.
Excellent. You don't respond to me.
I will absolutely.
Okay, so
I'll be sending you.
thank goodness there's more people.
Did you
Getting
see me across the street
involved.
when the guy pulled up? I was screaming. I don't take like live, but look, this is. I walked up. I realized I was here, and this is me. Man. You can. I don't mind if you take a video.
That black guy I was talking to?
Hang on. It's on the. It's on.
I do think that
Okay. I'm not going to film you until you're
No,
ready.
no, you could. You could. I was trying to. Here. No. Are they talking?
whatever the next one that is going to whether that's Boston, I don't know.
Here, if you want to take a picture of this, you can.
Yes, what is this? You guys, do you have any questions for Israel that you want to pass along to me? I can ask him while we're waiting for the students and the
Is your family home safe?
Scientologists to come up.
Israeli and Jewish communities in the Middle East for a little while.
I don't have a good. They're not going to be able to hear it. I don't
okay.
have a good.
I'm just saying.
Microphone
I'm just
to begin
like.
with.
I'm like just like fuck Scientology. I'm so. It makes me so angry. And
Yeah,
then
it's
when
crazy.
My brother called me from UIC. He's like, "Remember that thing that happened to your friend?" Because I'm not gonna say too much of who the person
Right,
was,
right, right,
'cause we have Such a small community.
He's out
It
though,
would be
right?
easy. The person,
Yes.
my friend, yeah, it took 5 years though for him to get like back on track in life.
Oh,
5 years.
yeah, that doesn't surprise me at
5
all.
years. They made him
Not at
disconnect
all.
from his family.
It takes
And you have to
people.
understand, like, I wasn't religious. You know, I became not religious. I was never disconnected from my family. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
So let me
that
ask
shit
you
doesn't
something.
happen.
You're a clinical psychiatrist,
Psychologist.
which means. So do you do one-on-one therapy?
I do, but mostly I created a non-for-profit. When I was younger, I used to have money. And I was able to create a non-for-profit, still exists. And mostly it's a mentoring program.
Okay.
And it kind of runs itself in a beautiful way. So I have like, at any given time, about 100 people in my program, and I do a lot of supervision, a lot of group therapy.
Well, let me ask
a
you
lot of
this.
group work. Yeah.
Have you found a particular type of therapy that is effective for people who escape from high control groups?
So there is an answer to that question, and there's a unique woman who came up with one. I don't know if you've ever heard of EMDR.
Yes.
So
I do brain spotting,
Okay,
which
there you go.
came out of
So
EMDR.
People
Yeah.
believe that especially Colt's EMDR is very effective because people don't realize there's like imagery that you create like while
Yes.
you're going through that therapy. And
That's right.
But I would say it really depends on the person.
Right. Right.
You know, when I was dealing with my own issues, just in life in general, after growing up so hardcore,
Yeah.
and then seeing the world,
Right.
it was kind of like, I literally went from like 0 to 100,
Mm-hmm.
which is not as common necessarily, but it was like a big, but therapy for me was always very tough there, to be honest. But
Yeah.
the community needs a lot of that group therapy, but the problem is that the people that are in my group are the exact type of people that Scientology is crazy about. They know.
Like what?
I'll tell you what.
People with
I'll tell
the.
you exactly what it is. You want to know what it is? It's a simple equation.
Yes.
confused, but still have money. We can just suck them right in, and they can pay for all this shit. So it's not like
or a good credit rating at least.
good credit or whatever it is, or someone they could think they're
Because they do a lot of credit card fraud. A lot.
One father didn't speak to his son for 5 years. I just know that person for 5 years.
Yeah, some people go their whole lives. I mean, are you familiar with Liz Ferris?
A little bit. I've been learning more and more about the names. I've known.
Tell
about
him
the
about Liz
psychology-
Ferris.
Scientology forever. But yeah, tell me a little bit. Go ahead, please. So
My people want to know if you're going to stream. Are you going to stream?
I will start when somebody teaches me how.
Okay, we'll teach you how.
One of my peeps in my program, one of the young teenagers.
Yeah.
They promised that they're going to teach me.
It's so easy.
I already have followers because of music.
Good.
And my story.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
get interviews.
So go ahead, tell him.
So Liz's story was she was in, when she got out, she, by the way, Scientology likes traditional conservative relationships.
Here come the
One
police.
man, one woman.
Oh, they're going to Duncan.
When Liz got out, I don't remember what her exit story was, but she had been told that
Thank you,
her father was
Amy.
dead for the longest time. And about 2 weeks ago,
You guys can have my back too.
Yeah,
Like right now, 2 weeks ago.
a month ago now. But yeah, her father set up and that's the first time that she'd seen her father in forever. And that was her first
She thought he was
realization
dead.
Her father's not dead.
For 20 years.
And that's what this cult thinks is okay. Let's hide you
Yeah.
from the family.
And the guy was saying, oh no, it's all about, it's just about executive coaching, life coaching. That's what it is.
It's such a horrible. It's like
You don't have to go in there. You can leave right now.
in every
Don't
other
go
religion
in. It's a
the world, you
cult.
wanna talk about religions,
I mean, it doesn't help to say it's a
they bring
cult
you in
because they know it's a
more,
cult.
and even if
Well, no, they don't. But it doesn't. Me saying it's a cult is not going to help them decide it's a cult. The woman I talked to said that what made a difference for her was there was a kind of auditing that required you to accept responsibility for abuse and be the cause of your own abuse. And in her mind, she said to herself, I will never do that kind of auditing. And she said that's like kind of unheard of. Like for a Scientologist to think I will never do that kind of auditing is very rare and not a good thing as far as Scientology is concerned. So she said that was the first fissure, but there were others too. It was I just want to see what's in that van. One of which she had a friend that was not in but didn't judge her, and they just talked about things and would say, does that seem right? Or maybe that's not right, or just very gentle. And that was another fissure. And then basically you guys will laugh, but she fell in love, and it was love that got her out ultimately. So that's another thing that and also, you know what? She was watching ex-Scientologists online, and she was able to see that they were happy. And it was Aaron that, it actually was mainly Aaron. Hey, how are you? Good. How's school? Are you in a hurry? Okay. Yes. Yeah. I'll see you later. I could tell she was in a hurry. These Columbia students are so polite that if I say anything to them, they come right away, but I could tell she had something to do, so. They look at me as like grandma or mom, so it's like, they're so polite, very polite. Hip hip hooray for love is right. Right, guys? Hip hip hooray for love. I mean, and that is something you can experience when you leave a cult. It's like real, I have a friend who died not too long ago of cancer, and she's my idol. She used to say, love is real. This is the way she said it. Like, she would just look me in the eye and say, love is real, Shannon. It's real. Because I'm so jaded, right? Love for me is when you want what's best for someone else, someone who may be a stranger to you. You know, love for me is when you will do whatever is within your power to help someone else's circumstances be better. It's a cult, don't go in. It's a cult. That's one of the big guys here, guys. Did you see him? He's one of the Nation of Islam guys. And he was here for the opening. He was, I don't know if he was a speaker, but he was definitely here. I need to plug my phone in. Oh, Lord have mercy. Hang on, guys. I'm going to give the phone away for a sec. Can you do this while I get the battery?
Yeah. What, am I looking at comments or no?
Hi, Shannon's crowd.
There you go.
We've kind of just been talking about other relationships that that Israel's had. People that have been in these high stress religions, and there's a history of unalived people by their own hand in this organization, and some of the stories are absolutely ridiculous. I remember on Blown for Good, the story where the person was found in an electrical vault underground.
No.
And they committed, the claim was they accidentally touched something down there. And so they committed suicide elsewhere.
Suna secta. Khaluf. Kolta, Khalufa, Kolta. It's una secta. I see it in my brain. I watch every day. I hear Streets. He's always.
Es una secta.
How do you do this? Got it.
Get back on the comments if I missed anything.
How many people are in your chat?
Thanks, Wendy. I've got about 20 right now.
That's awesome.
She's the big wig in Chicago right now.
No, I'm not.
Well, she is, because it's very hard for me to find this type of stuff, and I got her. I found her email. What I did was I made.
It's just because I do a lot of videos.
Who's the other channel that there's Aaron? There's two that I watch on SBTV a lot. There's Natalie.
Yeah, she
that's the one.
does a lot
she
of
was just in
videos,
Chicago.
too.
That's
Yeah,
what she
I know,
said.
I was there with
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and she's like one of the. I've been watching her for like the past month or two. I had no idea she was in Chicago.
Because that would have been a good weekend.
She's
for
so
you to come.
sweet. Yeah,
She really is.
She's such a sweetheart.
Here's the secret. Here's the Natalie secret. She's much prettier in person. Because she's really pretty. But I mean, you should see her in person. Yeah, she's gorgeous.
I know she talks about grandkids and stuff, and that's one thing that I find hilarious, because she doesn't look like she's.
Not at all. No, and her Tony, her partner, is amazing and wonderful. Yeah. What do we have?
Was he in
I only have
Scientology together?
We don't have a lot of people left. 'Cause I've only got 133. I think I started with 200. If you want to support Shannon, thank you, Arya Jalan. Appreciate it. I'm doing good right now, though. I would be doing a lot better if my microphones would arrive. I'm so excited. It's like, see this microphone that Windy City has?
So many issues for people that could get sucked in.
See I'm looking at your microphone. So this microphone, I got one that's like that for another person that keeps the wind away. And then I got one for myself. So we'll have two microphones at all times. And anybody I interview will be, you'll be able to hear them so well. I'm very excited about that. I wonder, I think it's scooter tech, you guys. This guy keeps riding back and forth. What is he doing? He looks like he's 50 years old, and he's riding back and forth on this scooter. And every time he comes around us, he swerves. Like, is that their new thing? Scooter tech. This woman was also telling me, I can't wait to have her on. She has something that she wants to announce about her personal life that isn't quite ready yet. So I said, well, wait for that, and it'll be a great story, and you can come say it on my channel. And so it's almost ready, and so you guys will see her soon. But she did say that David Miscavige everyone's afraid of him. I mean, why, you guys? I just don't get it. But everybody's afraid of him, and if he doesn't deal with stuff that's small potatoes like me, for example. She said he deals with big SPs like Aaron, Mike Rinder, and Leah Remini. And they have told such horror stories about, especially Mike Rinder and Leah, that everyone believes that they're, like devils, basically. And they said, no, he wouldn't know anything about you, like somebody like me. So that's a good thing. I like the size I am right now, I can answer everything personally. We get to talk. And now that I have my laptop, we can talk and I can actually see what you're saying. And it's really amazing and great. I love it. I love it. Not Scientology. Oh my God, you guys, I finally worked up the nerve to start going over my the live from the 3rd. I was really kind of traumatized by the whole day. And so when I started going over the live, it was like, that whistle was absolutely horrible, and I'm so sorry. You guys, what's going on right now? I know Danny's out. What's going on in LA? Is there anything happening with in Denver? Anything exciting going on anywhere? Super Pop? Super Pop. I like that your dog's wearing something purple. Is that true? The little long-haired chihuahua that went by, I used to have one called Rosita. Okay, Davey sent a waiter to RPF for offering him a new fork per Tony Magoo. Didn't like his attitude. Oh my God. Scooter Tech was predicted. Nuh-uh. Powered by Hot. Oh, right. Okay, Michael. Very funny. Yeah, there's nothing going on, guys, except I'm babbling. Shannon, did you see my question above about the Nation of Islam? I did not, Sam. Say it again. Play it again, Sam. Say it again, Sam. Let's try this again, LOL. Shannon, can you tell my Jewish brother thank you for standing up to Scientology? No, I can't. Danny and Leah are eating Korean barbecue. Nice. There's a new one opening in my neighborhood. National has an interesting but sometimes sad story. I hope he can join you often. It sounds like he's going to. Want some mushroom? What the hell? Okay, so some Beaver wants to say hello to his Jewish brother.
Okay.
He just wanted me to tell you hello.
You got it. Shalom.
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 Last night,
Salam alaikum.
Yes.
came out of here and went into Colombia. There was a group
Body
of
Thetans are this year's fashion accessory. Oh my God, I want to eat Korean. I know, me too. What the hell? Lisa, Shannon wants some mushroom goulash? Yes, I do. Yes, ma'am, I do. You can hold the goulash and just stick with the mushrooms. I'm good. Danny's. Damn this thing. Danny's last arrest was from Scooter Tech. I know. That's why I'm telling you. That guy kept going around and around the block. I'm like swerving every time he came by us. But no, that was just my paranoia. It's like, people like Scientology are enough to make you be crazy paranoid for reals. Because they do for reals weird shit. Smash that like button. Thanks for saying it. Apostate Alex in London did a great protest in honor of LRH birthday. And they came up with a great jingle. Oh, really? Was it as good as Pick Pip Hooray? Whatever the hell that was, drove me nuts. Why did you say that? What the hell? Oh. Shannon, I'm looking to protest in Inglewood. Good luck with that. And I'd love to know more about the Nation of Islam before I do, so I can speak to it. I know you know a lot. No, I don't. I don't know a lot about it. You can look on my community page, and on that page, you will see the entire extent of what I know about the Nation of Islam. I know that Chicago is one of the hubs. I know that Scientology is staffing this new org with Nation of Islam auditors. The auditors have told me that they are they're not Scientology or auditors. They're Dianetics auditors, which I discussed with this person I'm telling you about that I just talked to that just got out. Because one of my first questions was, what the hell is up with Nation of Islam? And she said they were told that, I can't think of the guy's name now, but the one of the top guys from Nation of Islam, the ex-Scientologist will know his name, became a Scientologist, okay? And Farrakhan is interested in Scientology. And because of that, Farrakhan started requiring everyone in the Nation of Islam to have Scientology training. The woman I talked to said there's no difference between a Dianetics auditor and a regular auditor. Like, it's essentially the same thing. It's a different procedure, but it's still Scientology. And the Nation of Islam, look on my community page, there's a debate. Nobody looked at it except, I think, one of my mods. But there's a debate between two Nation of Islam members regarding Scientology, whether or not Nation of Islam should be involved with Scientology. And the Scientologist member of Nation of Islam said that basically his argument was that Dianetics scrubs the devil out of the white people so that now they can, look up to a white man like L. Ron Hubbard. Because the Nation of Islam guy is like, dude, you are basically by going to Scientology, you are worshiping a guy who's a white man and a white devil. He didn't say white man, he said white devil. And the other guy is like, yeah, but Dianetics can cure that. Like, okay. So that is a very, very interesting clip. I think it's on, I can't remember if it's only audio or not, but that's super interesting. Hillary Murphy, are you in here? Is Hillary in here? She I think is the one that found that stuff. Yes, you do need to watch that. It's crazy. And then, Daniel was the first person that I ever interviewed the first person that ever talked to me from Scientology. And you can see I did some shorts, but look at the whole thing. Daniel was perfectly willing to talk about Nation of Islam and his involvement in Scientology, but Barbie dragged him away. So he was like full on talking about napkins and rocks and, focusing on one thing at a time and all this stuff and, take what you like and leave the rest kind of thing. Which is what Scientology always says. All the cults say that. I mean, sorry, Landmark Education says that. It's not a cult, but it's got cult-ish elements to it. And I mean, sure, a lot of the New Age type religions or philosophies say, just take, nobody's going to make you think anything. Take what you want and leave the rest. And pretty soon you're like working for $47 a week for 25 years. So let's see, Nation of Islam. What else can I say about that? Daniel, listen to Daniel. And then you can see in the community page Daniel's background. Daniel is an auditor, and he's a higher level auditor. And you'll see him also in photos that I got of him at Nation of Islam events. Like, I guess they went to try to clean up the west side. I think it was the west side, which is where I live. I live west. Anyway, it was kind of funny. They said, Nation of Islam in the most dangerous neighborhood in Chicago, coming to bring peace. So yeah, that's it. That's all I know. I'm doing research on a number of things, but that's one of them. The other one, if I say it, it'll ruin it. But we can talk about it in the Maybe. Yes, we will. We'll talk about it on the weekly in the member thing, because I just don't think Scientology is going to pop for a membership in my, you know what I mean? I don't think they care about me. They're like, she's got purple hair, she's old, like, what's the worst she could do? Okay, so she knocked over a barrier. It's a cult, you can get out anytime. You guys, it's nice out here. You can read what you want. You can watch what you want. You can think what you want. You can be free. Yeah, those, I feel so sorry for them having to wear those gold. Of all the things I feel sorry for them for, those gold vests are kind of at the top, I must say. Shannon's community page is very helpful. Everyone check it out, please. And please, guys, if you go there, thank you for sharing what you do know. It's not a lot, sorry, Sam. But there's a lot to be learned. There's a lot I haven't gotten to yet. Trust me, there's a lot. I mean, Farrakhan's getting money for every person that joins Scientology, that gets Scientology training. They claim not to join. They claim only to be doing Dianetics, that they still believe that Allah is the only God, but and they don't believe the OT3 information, and yet some of them are doing the bridge, I'm told. Okay, so go figure that out. Very strange, isn't it, guys? So yeah, Nation of Islam. So Louis Farrakhan gets paid basically for everybody that gets Scientology training, and Scientology gets auditors out of training members of the Nation of Islam, and they're both cults in their own right, and they are working a financial scam between the two of them. Just to find out who the key players are, though, is what I'm interested in. Also, there's a company. I'll tell you guys this when we have time to talk about it. It's too complicated. But okay, so our weekly chats, the first one is going to be on Sunday. And I'm hoping that we'll be able to do them sometime on Sunday every week. But you guys are going to have a say in that. So we'll figure that out on Sunday. The live chat that we do with the members every week will be, we'll figure out together what day it works best. But these are the things we're going to talk about. Things I'm researching, what you guys think about. Is it an interesting avenue or not? I like her hair. I like your hair. Thank you. I love that blue, but I'm not a blue person. Oh, I want blue hair now. All right, that's it. Throw the violets away. What's blue, guys? What are blue flowers? Columbine can be blue. There aren't a lot of blue flowers, really. Are there? Yeah, there. Hey, Jen, wow. Shannon. Oh, yeah, I'm talking about memberships blabbing. Like, we'll talk about it when we're not here. My goal is to talk to every single person that comes out this door. Here's the Cult of Scientology in Chicago, their new pride and joy.
I'm gonna head around back again.
See this?
I want to see if that door's open.
Okay. And it really is an amazing art craft building. Arts and Craft is the name of this architecture. And it's so beautiful. And then they put these absolutely hideous signs. Here, let me see if I can get back a little further so you can see it. There it is. That Scientology sign is the one that they hung that bow from. The bow that wouldn't stay up. Well, the students say they're not being targeted. They're not. But they are here with the door open. So they're not barring the door either, right? So the students all tell me they're not like body routing or anything, but you know, Windy City Thetan said they were. That's why I came out today. But the students that I've talked to said no. They're just still blocking the sidewalk when they feel like it and doing other crap like that. Getting in the way of people who are disabled. And you saw the picture of the old guys on chairs. That kind of stuff. Irises. Oh my God, that's my favorite flower. There are blue irises. Can it be true? During finals, Scientology will target them. That's what they said. Exactly what they said. No, my friends are here. Where are all the kitties?
It's so crazy. Standing across the street and I look up and I see that big Scientology emblem. Just like,
Isn't it horrible?
it was shocking, even though like I've been watching you. I've been watching Erin and what's her name also? She is
Natalie. Yeah.
Streets LA.
Yeah.
Jessica. And I know there's 2 Chris's, but there's one Chris that's usually like with Jessica. I think it's not Chris.
Confident Chris.
Those 3 were like the first ones that popped up on my screen, and just watching it is insane. And then I heard about Chicago. I know, right? Only in Europe it's like that. But in Chicago, only in Chicago otherwise. And
Oh my God, it's Dave and Lou. Yeah.
no, it's just crazy that when I heard that they were having an opening here in Chicago, I was
Sick. It was sickening. The whole thing was sickening.
Such manipulation. Are they bothering the students a lot?
No, that's what these guys were just asking me the same thing. They are not. They bother them by being here and by having their door open, and
unfortunately we're going to be.
If you look at they like us though. The students like us. Yes,
they get it.
Yes,
but they might feel like, oh, am I going to have my full privacy or like?
It's cult. It's cult. That's a cult. Yeah, you should stay out of there. Bad juju.
Yeah, no, it's like I cannot believe that what in Cali, like it's crazy. The cops just walked right by, didn't take a report from one of their other friends that also got attacked. They said he served in the military, and the cops were like they would only take his Streets said, I didn't see it, but Streets said the cops were like treating him like a dog. Like,
yes.
Private property.
That the guy was slapping his leg like he was calling a dog. Yeah.
That's crazy.
What do you expect? They're crazy. I think you need to get a little Davy. I love it when people tell me what to do. It's like, no, you do it. You do it.
What they want a little.
Tell him shalom and thank him for speaking out. That's from Linda Short.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And then I think you need to get a little Davy elf driving a Barbie remote on the sidewalk like they have in Austin. This is Chicago.
Yeah, we're definitely not. We're not Texas. Love Texas, but we're not Texas. This is crazy. I can't believe they got this property. It's so crazy.
I know. It's a great building. It's amazing.
It really is. This whole area is beautiful. I always love this area.
I worked at on Dearborn and State Street at the Monadnock building.
Okay, yeah.
For years. That's where I worked. So I mean, back then, that was like the 90s through 2000, early 2000s, and back then there was nothing here. It was nothing.
Yeah, this was considered already like the Canadian South Side.
Yeah.
Back then, where
Yeah.
where the government kind of screwed over huge populations, and we're still such a segregated city. We really are. And so the segregation starts a little bit further now, but like in the 90s and early 2000s, I can only speak from my experience because I grew up in Denver until I was 9. But from the second I got here, there was like this tremendous segregation.
Yeah, it's always been like that. It's like Boston. Have you ever been to Boston?
That's my dad's part. Born in Hubbard, Connecticut, now.
Boston is very much like Chicago in my mind. It's a lot cleaner, but
Cleaner, but there's 4 seasons, which I love. I love having.
But I mean, it's real segregated like we are.
But yeah, everything's great, but then the segregation. It's like
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like Chicago. You have all this good stuff, really good. That's why I like it. I like it in West Rogers Park and in Evanston.
Those are, yeah, well.
Evanston actually has a great.
I live in,
Oh really? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
because it's integrated. Like,
Yes.
it's the only
Yeah.
place, it's more than Evanston or,
Much more.
yeah,
Much more.
yeah.
Much more.
I mean, I like it for that reason, but I don't like the fact that people like to toot their horn about that. Like, we are
Yes,
so politically correct,
Right.
we're beyond
I know, it's crazy.
reproach, you
It's
know?
so beyond. Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, no, you're not. You guys still walk past the people that are trying to sell M&Ms for $2. You know, don't give me that shit.
Exactly. But Boston's also like, they have a pretty good public transportation like us.
Yeah, yes.
Boston, but there's a lot about Boston that's actually similar to Chicago.
Yes, I know. I always thought they're very, I wish we could be as clean as Boston.
Yeah. Do you know that we were at least considered one of the cleanest cities?
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
We were on the list of like the top 10 cities. We were on the list.
How long
We're
ago?
Allegedly cleaner than LA.
That I could
Allegedly.
see because it doesn't rain there, you know?
Okay,
We
yeah.
have like rain and snow to
Right,
wash
so it
away all the
washes away all
grit.
yeah. But when I say clean, I'm really just talking about like the business district.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Not
Like the
whole-
loop.
Not like Cook County. You know?
Okay, yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. If it's not Cook, yeah. Yes, exactly. The loop. Like the Diamond District and the
Yeah, Jewelers Row.
Jewelers Row. That's where I went to see a buddy today on Jewelers Row. I just took the pink line from Jewelers Row to here.
I was saying the biggest rat I've ever seen was on the L tracks, and when the L goes underground. That's the biggest rat I've ever seen. But the most rats I've ever seen was in Harlem, in New York
Do
City.
you know that for every one person, there's how many rats?
I don't know.
No, it's a real statistic, for real.
I believe
It's
it.
literally like, I think it's like 5 or 7. I forget exactly. But for every person, there's multiple rats.
Have you ever seen those rat kings?
It is so crazy. when
That's
you go
awful.
down the Chicago River, if you're going like just like, it's better now, but for a while, if you just go all the way down and you're so like where you know the Northwestern, they have the rowers.
Yeah.
and the Loyola, and they
That's
do
my
the-
alma mater.
Really?
Yeah.
I was like a teacher's assistant for something like that. Yeah, way back.
At Northwestern?
Yeah, Mr. Northwestern.
Oh.
I love Evanston. It's one of the
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
places. I
It's
like
an,
the beaches there.
yes.
People don't realize how pretty it is.
It is.
But what I was going to say is that it's so bad in some of the woodsy areas, like all up and down the river.
Okay.
You could be like in the city and then you walk towards the river and then all of a sudden there's trees and, you know, brush and all this
Yeah,
other stuff.
yeah.
And I saw like a pack of rats.
No way.
I'm telling you, they were like this, at least the size of skunks, maybe even larger than that.
Aww. They're so cute, aren't they?
Yeah, what's the name of the cotton that, you know, in the summertime we get that?
Oh, cottonwood trees?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cotton.
Yeah.
I was sitting there and all of a sudden I see screaming out
Ah, they're so
Our
gross.
river's a little cleaner now than it was.
I gotta see this. Let's go down here.
What is it? Yeah, can you show me around?
Yeah, sure. I want to see. So there was a door over here by Paisans that led
What are
into
they? They're arrested.
this building. And they go in here. Oh yeah, no, not anymore. No, they go sometimes. They are, but what they do is they go in this door right here, and this goes straight to the alley. Paisans goes straight to the alley, and that's where their door is. So when they want to avoid us, that's what they do.
They have a back
Let's
door.
go back in the alley. You want to go back there?
Hell yeah.
Let's see if Windy City will watch our junk.
Yeah, I was going to figure it out.
You can trust him.
I totally trust you guys. Right off the bat, if we're in this together, it's like, I was smarter than that.
Do you want to go in the alley or you want to stay up front? We're going to go in the alley.
Yeah, and there's a guy back there. There's no band back there right now.
Okay.
There is a staff member back there and somebody else is back there. And they're looking at the building that Columbia. I don't know what they're doing.
Interesting.
That's what they're
Is it okay with you if we leave our bags here?
Yeah.
Okay. And if any, like Moth or any of the kids come out, tell them I'll be right back.
Okay.
Thanks.
So are there dorms upstairs from here?
This is a dorm.
No,
That's
so
all
full
this
dorms. This
is.
is not even classes. Oh,
This is like the
oh my
lower.
God, so they literally are neighbors.
Yeah, yeah. So this is Columbia College. This is called Dwight. And these are mostly freshmen. Not all, but mostly freshmen.
When I was in university, I don't think this building was scouted. It looks fairly.
Where did you go to school?
It was through Illinois, but it's like there's a graduate school here in. It used to be on Clark, and I can't even remember the corner. We were the last block that was considered, or we were either the first block that was South Clark or the last block that was North Clark. But it's literally down the block from here.
Okay.
And I used to love it, but now just like the fact that they came into
Printers Row.
it's the
I
reason
know.
I got involved again. You know what I'm saying?
Look.
Are these stores like with them or?
These stores, let's see. Kaizen's is this place. The
So Kaizen's
the
for sure.
CrossFit is for sure. This one, CrossFit across. Yeah, they're definitely. They rented out their space to them. This parking lot, absolutely. These guys had Blue Star guards and guarding, and this is where they beat that kid up.
This is the spot?
Right inside this
where
garage.
was it that they beat up? I saw a clip from your video. They were beating up like an elderly
Yeah, it was
gentleman.
right there. Right.
Crazy.
See that? It's called Imprint, this big glass building.
Yeah.
We were there, right there. He was in the street and I was on the sidewalk. He was in the street because he was up against one of those barricades and they were pushing him over the side of the barricade.
That was so...
Wasn't that hideous?
At first I was like, all right, it's cops being dirty, and then I realized they weren't even cops.
Well, they are cops because
Are they
Blue
cops?
Star Security only hires either current or retired cops,
But were they acting as cops at that moment?
But they
or
have
no?
to. But they have to have a current FOID card. So those guys were all armed. And are they acting as cops? They're acting as off-duty cops, as private security, in that moment.
They were so physical with them.
Oh my God! I mean, they were They had his collar so tight on his neck. He was like choking. They had both his arms behind his back. And they were pushing him over that banister thing. Not banister, the barricade.
Yeah, the barricades, right.
This is where they beat up that kid.
What happened?
These guys are total scumbags. Never used this garage. Here they are, guys. These are the guys. This is in my live from that day. 773-878-1111. Should be 6666. These guys are horrible. They had this whole thing blocked off, and the kid was a Columbia College kid, and he couldn't get to his dorm, so he kicked the cones over, and the cops grabbed him, took him, the cops, not the security, grabbed him and took him back into the garage and let Scientologists beat his ass. He's going to be... You'll see him. He's going to be in a documentary. Everyone will get a chance to hear the story from him.
That's when the truth needs to come out.
Yep.
It has to be. That's another thing. Like any religion in the world, if you go to them and you ask them what is your... Now in Judaism, we don't even want people to become Jewish. That's not like our goal. We don't have missionaries kind of a thing.
Right.
But let's say you came and you wanted to know about the religion. We
Yeah.
can easily describe
Of
our belief
course.
system and,
Yes.
It's not straight up.
You know it's a cult.
Oh, yeah, straight up. That's what it is, straight up psychology. Straight up psychology.
Yeah, they wear those. I mean, they look like bellhops. If they wear those horrible.
Are those the new
He's
uniforms,
Sea
or
Org.
is it the same?
That's Sea
Well,
Org.
you could tell, right? That's
Yes.
the same like they have in LA, like where they started. those people in the Sea Org walking up and down what Hollywood.
Oh,
Boulevard.
the body routers, yes.
Yeah.
There are a bunch of skater kids that hang out back here. Don't ask me why. Why do they hang out here? Anyway, they're really nice kids.
Scraping off
The rail there, probably. They practice. Anyway, they took over my
They should make a
channel
mural
one
back
day.
there. This would be a great spot for a mural.
Uh-huh.
They have on the L now. Have you ever taken the L from like the loop, literally like to like Linden or whatever, just straight down? They have the most beautiful.
On the red line, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the purple, yeah.
I have friends that live at the end of the. You're talking about on the south side.
So south all the way to north.
Oh no! I don't think I ever
You
have.
have to see. It's so.
So it would be
beautiful.
from Howard to 95th.
Exactly. So let's say from like, if you go from the city and you go all the way to, let's say, Howard, so pass by like the Wrigley area, right? You pass by Addison,
Yeah.
or whatever. When you start passing by Addison, you start getting a little more north. Every building is beautiful. Murals on every building. So are these are just regular apartments?
Yeah. This is a mixed-use building. The Scientology building is mixed use. Hello.
Are they able to get into these? Is this where they come out?
This is here.
Cameras.
Oh my
I've
God.
never seen cameras outside like this.
Yeah, this is Scientology right here. Okay, so wow, they just put this
360.
bad boy up.
This looks new.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
They just put it up.
it's crazy.
I know.
Oh, and they got their mirrors, the windows smoked out.
I bet we can see right through them though at night. You
At
can
night?
see out the front, inside front, real easily.
You can't.
At
Can they
night.
see out or no?
Yeah. Okay, so these are the back doors of both Scientology and Paisans.
And Paisans
Yep.
playing along with
Yes, very much so. This is Scientology. It's got,
I didn't want to say boycott a restaurant, but
it says Church of Scientology,
Oh,
Chicago.
I gotta take a picture of
All rights must, I can't read it. I've bet people, if you step on there, you're trespassing.
Well, that's too funny. Church of Scientology Chicago officers must register at the reception desk prior to entering. Cameras or recording devices are prohibited and may only be used with permission. The church is private property and reserves the right to refuse entry and to remove any person. Media inquiries.
Can I help you?
Appointment 773.
I'm not anywhere near the property, dude. Go back in and do your cult stuff. Leave me alone. Bye-bye. Bye.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
Yeah, they're always watching. They watch my stream. They watch their cameras. They're always watching. Always. I knew they were going to come out and say something because you were there.
Because I was there. There's certain
But
things
you've
you
never
live in
been
Chicago.
trespassed.
I've never been trespassed.
Now you have.
You
So
know-
this.
Oh,
So
really?
if you do it again,
For real? That's
for
what it
real,
is? Wow.
you will get a ticket for trespassing.
I've never had this in my life. I've never seen something.
Nope.
This is insane.
It's crazy.
It's so childish.
And here's Paisans. We don't like them at all.
Hell no.
They also play their music really loud for Scientology.
Just a mess.
Right, because they don't have a music, they don't have, one day they put a chair out front and they put a speaker on top of the chair and played music, but they don't have like an outdoor music system yet, but I'm sure it's only a matter of time, you know.
They bring it out.
So this is where a lot of the Scientologists parked
Public?
the
This is
day
public?
of, yes, the day of the,
Civilian. What are they-
Opening. they call them public, that's just the thing.
Public.
Yeah,
Public.
yep,
Secular, I guess.
right, kind of. I loved it.
That's a buzz, man. Look at this.
See, these are the things you can see when you're on the L, but you can't see from the street, you know?
Yeah.
It's cool. I love looking in
really
these
true.
places.
Absolutely. correct.
Trippy.
I love that.
That's not how a religion behaves. That's
No,
right.
that is
It is
correct.
not. Claim to be welcoming, but truly mean welcome to who we want. Well, welcome if you've got money. Welcome if you're white. Welcome if you're, Aryan. Welcome if you are.
It is true.
It is true if you have a good credit rating. Yeah.
Complete lack of diversity.
Oh my God, did you see their public statement after the Tribune and the Sun-Times wrote articles about their opening?
No.
Well, the Sun-Times article was great. You guys, I haven't done this with you yet. So after the Tribune, lazy ass, there goes my monetization. The lazy reporters from the Tribune, after that article came out, a good one came out in the Sun-Times where they talked to a number of people who understand Scientology and know that it's a cult. So they actually did their investigation. And anyway, why were we talking about that again? So then they made a statement after that, okay? And the statement was about how pathetic we were, how pathetic the protesters were, that they couldn't even hear us during their opening, and that,
They for sure heard you.
and they said, and how ridiculous it is that we call them racist, that we play the race card, because look at all the speakers they had that day. Well, number one, they paid their speakers, and there's a lot of people that will speak for money. They'll say anything.
I'll tell you, it's my belief from when I've known about Scientology till now. They look for people that are like trying to find their way in life and also have money. It has to be both.
Yes.
You're like, they need to be able to manipulate the mind and get paid for it.
Exactly. That's right. Or get them to join the Sea Org and get free labor. So it can either be slave labor or money. Yeah.
Either way, you're getting your...
Right. So do you know who Bob Fioretti is?
No.
He is a local politician. He was an alderman, I think in the 32nd ward, I'm not sure. But he is running for state's attorney of Cook County right now, and as a Republican. And he spoke at the event and said that based on how beautifully Scientology rehabbed this building, he knew that Scientology would be a trusted guardian of the city.
Well, I'm going to have permission very soon to put out a statement that was made because Streets was trying to point out that we should confront the politicians.
Yes.
And so I confronted an alderman and a senator.
Which one?
I'll tell you not on camera because I'm waiting for them to... I hope they'll really do
okay.
for us.
Well, Dick Durbin...
If they don't come through, I'm totally throwing their name all over the place.
Dick Durbin's already on the record as being anti-Scientology.
They're beautiful.
Yes.
These two individuals are... Yeah, it's actually a couple. If you know Chicago, it's easy to find out who I'm talking about. But she is a alderman and he is a senator. And they both let me record a response in our community. When I say our community, I mean West Rogers Park, not just the
Okay.
There's a lot of Section 8 housing, so there's a lot of it's become extremely diverse.
Rogers Park?
Yeah, and everybody just gets along. Everybody's no one's trying to ruin, it's just there's none of that. And if we block off the street because you're having a party, whether it's, on Devon Avenue, right?
Yeah.
It's very...
I love Rogers Park.
Yeah, it's
I grew up with somebody that lived there on Pratt.
Oh, there you go.
And
Pratt is hardcore.
I used to party on Belmont and Sheffield, and I love
Belmont area.
Yes.
Yeah. Belmont and Sheffield.
What's it like there now?
It's
been a long time.
It's gotten really expensive.
You guys, are you listening to this conversation about our elected officials? It's so important for us to be in touch with our local officials. Hold their feet to the fire about Scientology. Share the reason why all of my film is freely available to you guys to clip or remix is so that you can use those to convince people, including your elected officials, of the truth about Scientology. That's all we want, is the truth about Scientology. Look at that little corgi. He's so cute.
Oh, is that an elderly person?
Let him poop right there.
An elderly gentleman that just walked in?
I didn't see. I only saw an arm.
That's sad. We could still have people waiting for that.
Oh, there are lots of oldsters. There were at the opening. Let's put it that way. Here, I should show you the executive. Did you see a picture of the executive board? Oh, good. He's shitting right in front of Scientology.
No, is there a new executive?
I love it.
It's new, or are they just...
You guys, look at that. This is what this dog thinks of Scientology.
Exactly. Perfect.
Oh, he's being shy.
Perfect spot.
Good job, buddy. That's what we think of him, too. It's a cult. Don't go in there. If you're a member, you're harming people with your cult.
It's so crazy how the sign that says everyone's welcome
I
is
know.
not until it's inside the door.
I know. You never tried to go in, did you?
No. I really don't even... I mean, I was thinking about, like, trying to play dumb, but
Yeah.
then I was like, you know what, I'd rather just be like, straight up. It's just, like...
There's nothing to see in there. The dude,
there's
that
nothing
guy,
in there?
no, I was talking to this guy. You can see it all. Look.
Through the windows you can do?
Yeah. It's just a long row right here. Yeah, you can see it, but I already know what's in there, so.
Is it
It's
set up
cult.
like
It's a
Hollywood?
cult. It's a cult. It's a cult. So it's right here is a long. Can you see the people walking
Yeah,
in
I
there?
can,
Okay.
actually.
So it's
Really bad idea.
it's a long row where there are benches and little cubicles, like a triangular shaped cubicle, and in the middle of the triangle is a TV screen. And at each stage, there are different videos to watch. There's no one in here. When we came, it was all Scientologists, like staff, and no public in there at all. There's no one here.
But they make it seem like it's a thriving...
You can see here they
Yeah,
have,
totally see.
and it's all history of Scientology.
I can see there's pictures.
Yes.
Of, like old black and
Yes.
white pictures over there.
I guess I've always wanted to see that.
Who's the bugle? Who's playing the bugle?
The horror show that is the psychiatry museum in LA. I've never seen it. I've always wanted to see it.
I'm wondering. I don't think I've seen it either. They have also like a museum here too, right?
I don't know. It looks like a museum in there.
Oh, this definitely looks like a museum.
It
But
does.
I wonder how much for real legit traffic they actually get.
None. The kids say none. I get a
Really?
picture of this place at least twice a day, and video from people.
People that
yeah.
you connected with.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's
So
awesome.
I mean, there's never anyone here. Literally, nobody goes inside there.
It's just like someone sweeping the floors and someone.
Right, it's a staff coming in and out, like to get food and stuff like that. Yeah, it's not popping, as they say. Right? Ellie, are you leaving? I'm sorry, you guys. This is kind of boring, isn't it? There's like no one's doing anything right now, and our students aren't here. Hi. Our wonderful students. Although trash is going to be here later, he said. So, you could wait for that. Oh, you guys are wonderful. 242 likes. Okay, mods, let me tell you, you're amazing, and viewers, you're amazing too. It's a cult. Don't go in there.
Oh,
It's a cult, and you're helping them succeed.
platform.
What time is it right now? Oh, it's almost 6. Okay, so trash is coming in an hour. I bet you he's in traffic right now.
Do you already have a little crew of people that come out?
I mean, there are people. It's been me and Trash for 2 months
Meet
almost.
Trash, I've ever met.
He was number 1.
Oh, really?
Trashy V12. Trashy V12 BMW. I know. You can leave. You can leave Scientology at any time.
Do you think that they have no family members anymore? Someone like her.
No, because have you ever heard Mike Brown's YouTube channel? Mike Brown. His mom is Rosemary, and he rescued her.
It sounds very familiar.
Well, she's her age, probably older than her, and they took her to the hospital. She was dying. She was living in a room in the bowels of some LA building with no fresh air, no windows, with like 12 different people all smashed in this little room. 12 elderly people with no shower. All they had was a sink. They all have one set of clothing, right? So they were washing out their clothes in the sink every night so they could go on post the next day. And
So it really breaks my heart.
and they were all elderly, and they were taking their social security checks and filling out credit card applications and getting credit cards in their names and maxing them out for other people's courses. Okay, so it's a cult. Stay out of there. So she got very sick because I think she's got congestive heart failure. I'm not sure. What people live for a long time with it. So she was getting sick from dehydration. They let her get dehydrated and malnourished. So she ended up in the hospital, and they dumped her off there in the emergency room. A couple days later, I think, they came back and got her. They put her in some house with people she didn't know, some like people that didn't speak very good English. Dropped her off there to die. It was hospice, they said. Mike found out about it and came down and got her, and she's fine. She's out of Scientology. She's living this amazing life in a like an old people's home, but a really nice one. She has a relationship with her grandkids. She's on oxygen all the time, so she's like doing great. And it's yes. And it's such a good story, but oh my God, I love that jacket. But I mean, he saved his mother from that.
And it's so cool because
You can leave Scientology anytime. You can leave Scientology. Yeah. Well, the world's a great place when you get to read what you want, watch what you want, say what you want, and you don't have to pay for your religion. It's pretty fun out here.
See, that's another thing that takes them away from religion. Like, there are religious beliefs that everybody takes off a certain percentage for, like, church, but you're not paying around. You know what I'm trying to say? You're not paying. I can't explain it. You're not like. They're not making money. You know what I'm saying? Like, these religions, they're not making money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even in the ultra-Orthodox Jewish community, the synagogues or the schools, it's still a non-for-profit, like completely non. It's not like they get that money and then they buy property and then they do like all this other stuff. It's not
Catholic
like
churches do that. Catholic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They are property
I'm
rich,
very,
big time.
I'm very anti that.
There are a lot of, not just churches, there are a lot of 501c3s that, while they can't accumulate cash and they can't accumulate property unless it's being used for the benefit of the 501c3, they can pay it out in salaries. So they get these board of directors and they get the president and whatever executive staff, and they pay all the money to them. So these are like multimillionaires, right? But they're still 501c3, and at the end of the year, it's a zero balance.
Oh my God.
I mean, that's not unusual. That's what I'm looking into next. This is what I'm working on now. It's a company called Dream Exchange, and they're affiliated with Scientology.
Really?
They're affiliated with this particular org.
This one?
Yes. Their director and her husband are on the board of directors of this company. So this is something I'm working on, and it's going to be a big kaboom when it comes out.
I'm going to try to carve out time and get involved.
Yeah, I'm glad. I mean, just to be here so that they know we're watching you. If they ever try to talk to these kids or grab them by the arm, or, come in, we have free food, we're here. We're going to see it. We're going to film it, and we're going to tell you you're full of shit, right? I mean, and look at what it does. The door is closed.
It's so unwelcoming, and it's so...
The shades are down. This is not the kind of place where you want to go in, right? No. That's what we do. We do that.
Very good.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot. It's a little thing, but it's a lot.
No, it means a lot. What they did in LA is so impressive. There's so many. I was thinking about this a lot when I was thinking about this. That there's a lot of negative stuff that you could say about the Gen Z and whatever it is. You could, right?
Yeah.
But one thing is, and it's true, and Street says this a lot. They're really, on some level, they're fearless. Like, so even though I think like so many people.
It's a cult. Get out of there. It's a cult. Leave while you can, before you're broke.
Before you lose your family members.
Yep. I was talking to Natalie when she was here. I was like, okay, so what is it that someone could have said to you, a protester that was outside? You don't have to spend your time in the cult. You can leave anytime you want.
I mean, the biggest proof is the way that they.
Oh my God, she looks so cute.
The way that they go about it. You're right.
Yeah.
The way they go about their business is just so dirty.
I know. Everything
So
they touch
scummy.
turns to scum. But there's something I wanted to tell you. What was it about? Can't remember now.
No, you were talking about that you also want to do a project. I was saying.
Yeah, but it's not about that because I can't talk too much about that yet. I have incredible viewers that do so much research for me. They're all women, all of them. And they, I started out 98% men. That was my viewers. Now it's 50-50. And the women are creeping up, you know? But yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because mostly men are on the internet, they say. That they're, yes, yeah, right. Statistically, there are more men on the internet. And so, because I was like, why on earth are men watching me? And it was because they found me first, you know? And then all the new viewers were women.
You were the only one that I knew about.
Yeah.
When it started off.
That's what I was going to tell you. When you asked me about, do we have a group?
Yeah.
There are people, but they don't come very often. And in the beginning, for the first 6 weeks, it was just Trash and I. That was it.
So I'll tell you the cool thing that you're going to like, God willing, it will work out for me. I live in a unique building where I help out a lot. And
That guy will never get out.
He's just, you can tell.
Yeah,
stuck.
he's never getting out.
They're stuck. It's so crazy with the uniform too that like they literally like that part is religion. Like they try to make it seem as if this is a religious component of who they are.
Don't
really,
say you're a group.
Big clothing there.
I love it when people tell you.
So I live right off the L. Like right off the L somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So it's really easy for me to shoot up.
Yes, it is easy for me too.
So I'll definitely.
I'm 2 blocks from the Green Line. Yeah.
I am like a. Yeah,
It's a cult, and you're a cult member.
The red line.
They already know that. It doesn't matter.
They do know that. But
Hey.
what I don't understand.
I like her hair. It's orange.
Yeah, it's just cool.
She had to bleach it first.
That's how you color your hair.
Well, the only way to get a bright color is to bleach it, which ruins your hair. Just
It doesn't kill it.
I am gray. This is all gray right here. So it shows up real bright in the front, and then it's basically,
Oh, it's dark. Yeah, I
see that?
streaks of, like, that's cool. Like
Yeah,
streaks of black.
that's so it works out. Once you get old, a certain age, it's like coloring works. Oh yeah,
It's
get
cool,
that
your hair's
paisans.
good. My niece, I have a niece that always has different colored
Uh
hair.
huh.
My sister's daughter, so she's got like always had really cool hair.
I went to Madison for a year, to school in Madison for a year in 19.
Isn't that a great
I love that. I love everything about Madison, every single thing about Madison. And I was there for a year in 1985, and man, I loved it. And I was a punk. I had a mohawk, and and I've been coloring my hair different colors ever since.
When I was in the 90s, what we were the main statement was like jeans that were like bell bottom, like I'm talking
Yes.
like 70 inches. That's
Those,
what I
those
was-
are awesome.
That's
I
what
love
was
those.
wearing in like the mid to late 90s. I was walking around like that.
Those are
Really
great.
rebellious.
I don't think I've ever seen them on a man.
Pissing my dad off.
Yes, anything to make
Well,
your parents upset.
Exactly, anything, exactly.
Hey, doggy. Hi. He's like, you want to be friends? Okay, I'll be
So
friends.
crazy. You think they paid off the neighbors and stuff to
They paid off the administration of the school for sure because they were inside the lobby. Hey, dude, you want to say hi to your fans?
Hi, viewers.
Look who it is.
How's
Okay,
school?
we'll see you later.
keep it up?
See ya. Everyone in the chat loves Patricio. Did you guys see him? Okay. You take it easy, dude.
That's awesome. Educating is the.
I was a wave girl with slicked short hair and black combat boots. I had steel-toe combat boots as well. Yes, it was Patricio. I love him. No, not Doc Martens. Actual combat boots from an army surplus store.
On
Yep.
Belmont?
No, that in Madison. That's
in
where I got my
Madison.
boots in Madison. That's because we don't want to be labeled a gang. No. There's.
Why are the
Yeah,
cops-
I'm aware. Oh, it's probably us.
Name and badge number?
What did he say? What did he say?
He wants to
Yeah,
talk.
they'll do it when they. You have to wait till they're done. Yeah.
What's the story?
They're going to trump up that you guys were too close to the window, you were trespassing, or showing videos. They're going to say, these people are harassing us.
No, I think it's because you were on this.
I walked up to the sign.
Yeah, but you've never been trespassed, so
No, I
there's
didn't
nothing they
either.
can do.
When he comes out, there is no trespassing sign, and nobody has asked you to leave.
Right.
No one has.
So,
The guy came out afterwards, and we respected him in the back.
I said go back in and do your cult stuff.
We didn't get closer, but you did tell him.
It's a cult. Shame on you. Shame. You're old enough to know better.
This is really crazy.
It's a cult. It's a shame. Shame on you. Sometimes they make me mad.
Yeah.
Not always,
Very
but sometimes.
It just breaks my heart knowing what they do to people. So
I know. They destroy families. Literally.
It's not like a warm community of.
No. It's all like fake smiles and dead eyes.
It really is so focused. I mean, it really is.
The cops are here, you guys, so something fun's about to happen. Hey, girlfriend, how are
Hey,
you?
I love the hair.
Oh, thank you. It's new.
Thank you. Hi, shalom.
Oh,
Shalom.
what's this?
Oh, that's just my eczema. It's just
Okay.
like that. It's okay.
It doesn't hurt?
No, no,
doesn't
no.
itch?
It's always like that.
Okay.
I just usually cover it up.
My
I'm just
my
waiting
hands
for
are
my
cold,
food.
aren't they? I'm sorry.
No,
Where'd you
no,
get,
you're good.
Where'd you get food?
An Ethiopian place I like.
Oh, I love
it's far, so I have to get it
Ethiopian.
delivered, but I had a coupon.
Good
So-
girl. Look at you, all frugal.
I know.
It's Chicago.
This is Israel. Israel, this is Moth.
Hi, I'm
she
Moth.
said shalom, yeah. That's awesome.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Are you dorm here? Or?
I dorm here. Yes, I dorm at the Dwight.
She got
What's your
really
experience like?
Bad.
yeah,
The
but I'll
Dwight
let
is
you.
terrible. These people suck.
I know, so
I-
frustrating.
Fortunately, I actually do have great news in the me personally department. I do have a group that is moving into a different dorm next year,
Yes.
which is great. The
Good.
Dwight is actually going to be, here's news from the college. The Dwight will be a first year only dorm next year.
It shouldn't be though.
Yeah,
Because they're next to
so-
Scientology.
Only the babies get to be indoctrinated.
That's crazy.
Only the babies.
Do you feel like the staff inside
Do you mind if I
is
film you?
connected?
No.
Your staff, like the staff inside your building, do you feel like they're connected to Scientology or no? Like, what do you?
It's a cult. Don't believe a word he says. It's all lies. He's a cult member.
Trying to,
It's a cult. He's a cult member. Stay away.
Alright. By the way, you want my thing, right? My name is Officer Karma. Here's my partner. My squad number is going to be 18282. We got a call here for a reason. Like I said, freedom of speech. You're allowed
Yeah.
to protest. You're allowed to do everything.
Yes.
One thing that once you cross the line, go into their property, that becomes something different. We call that trespassing.
Right.
Trespassing requires a sign or them to ask us to leave. There is no sign. They have never asked us to leave.
Where did we trespass?
You
When?
want the cameras?
when
I don't know, but that's what I'm saying. Look,
You, ma'am, and you, sir, you were the rear entrance.
nobody said that.
I can be in the alley.
You were actually inside.
I was not. I was not.
They have you on the security camera. They have a security camera.
I did not step on their property. I did not.
Afterwards, that I had. She did
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
That's
I
fine.
took a step up to read the sign.
this is just-
That's correct. I did.
They have a sign like this.
She actually is the one. She was appropriate, and she said, "You know what? That's part of their property." And I walked off. That's
Yeah,
fine.
that's why we left. I was never on that property.
But why do they need the? I'm just curious right now. Okay.
Why do they
As someone
need
who's
the
involved in-
police?
Why do they need the? I'm a man, right? I'm just a civilian walking down, right? And I'm in the alley, right? I went to school here for a big portion of my life.
We live in
I
Chicago,
in
born and
Chicago.
raised. All of this is our city.
and I see a sign. If it doesn't say
He goes
no
to read
setback,
it. Did you see him?
Okay.
I literally walked up to read the sign.
Can I finish it now?
Yeah.
All right. So we get a
They're
call.
terrorizing me.
That's their property. They got camera. They saw what happened. You say you didn't get a warning. This is us give you a warning. We talk to them. They just want you got to stay away from their property. Okay, because they allow, even they don't put aside, but they advise you.
I accept
Don't go
that.
to my place. Don't go to my thing. That's
I'll
fine.
respect that.
Sidewalk. You do whatever you want to do.
I respect
It's a city
that.
property, it's not
I can
their
respect
property. I do the same thing
that.
to
My
you.
question wasn't whether or not
Yeah, we
they're right
got
or
it.
wrong.
People are
I get it.
proselytizing
My
all
question
the
is,
streets.
why do
They're
they need
scaring
the
people away
cops?
from the local business
They need,
owners.
they need a cost. The reason they're calling it is what?
Terrorizing the city.
Because
Why
that's
didn't
what
they
I'm saying.
come and say, why don't you just say, please don't
They're
come out?
laughing at
Hey.
the disabled kid.
That's the reason why
And
they
you're
want to
doing nothing but
them.
protecting
That's
the
the reason why
Scientologists.
sometimes some people call 911.
What are you gonna do to
have
protect
police
the
officers to be the
citizens?
middleman.
But you just came and said it. You saw me trespassing. I did not.
Tax dollars to have you on your staff if you're not going to protect your citizens.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Then
I'm
what are you,
just-
what's your fucking
I was not on their property.
I want you to know, I'm just being very honest with you. I grew up in a community where there's synagogues, mosques, all different religions, and I've just never experienced something like that. Like if somebody came up and just wanted to like see what the building is, nobody would say it's not
They're
something
criminals.
You go down
I'll respect it.
City Hall.
And if it's their property, I'll respect it. But
Something like
I just feel like it's not the cops. There's so many other things.
You gotta make
Like
sure.
what?
Hey,
Do you have
there's
any
so
more
many
business,
things,
or
but that's what I'm
can
saying.
we-
The call they call it has been a while.
We know.
Like I
You
said,
delivered your
everything that
message.
we
Do
get
you need
in, we
anything
can
else
still
from us?
respond. Just said, you know, like I said, now we're just gonna show it. That's what I'm saying.
What else do you need from
They
us
just
so that you
want
can
you guys
leave?
not to stay in that
What's
place.
checking off the
Like you
list?
said, yeah, you do your
I'm not
thing.
taking order from you.
That's
okay?
it.
You're not the police, are you?
No, but I
So when
paid
I'm
for
done
your
with my
salary with my
investigation-
tax dollars.
Yeah.
Look, we're not gonna go through there. You pay for salary thing. Don't worry.
They're
I'm
terrorizing us. I live here and they're terrorizing me.
I'm paying my salary too. I get taxes deducted on my pay.
And you don't live next to Scientologists. I have to live next to this every day and they terrorize us and you do nothing about it but harassing people, the only people who are here to try and actually keep me safe.
We're not harassing anyone.
These are the only people who have done anything to try and keep me safe this whole time. This woman is the only person who has tried to do anything to keep me safe from these people.
Look,
And you've done nothing.
You got your freedom to protest.
I don't have my freedom when they're blocking off the streets.
Who blocked the freedom?
The Scientologists,
did.
not during their permit time.
Right.
We have
The day before yesterday, they blocked the whole sidewalk.
I don't know anything about that, see?
It's not funny. You know, laughing is not appropriate. Yeah.
If they block the street, they don't have permit, then that's the city.
Yeah, that's something you would have had to call, then the city would have to.
But officer, let me ask you an honest question, and obviously it's your choice to respond.
Thanks, Lorraine.
Do you ever have calls? Think about the whole situation, what's going on. You see the people that are standing here, right? I assume that you realize that we don't look like we're some kind of a group that's going to be doing crazy damage. Do you ever get calls to any other facilities like this?
We do get a call to, that's what I'm saying.
Not facilities like this particular.
Churches?
Like I said,
Yeah,
he said
not a church.
Facilities like this.
I honestly don't know what they do.
See,
I know.
Okay, that's good. I respect that.
I can't say this. I didn't even know this thing was here.
They hide
Somebody getting
crimes.
called
They
here.
really hide crimes. That's the worst thing they do.
Yeah.
But this is
But
like
you heard it, what
Yep.
he said. He said not like,
Correct.
yeah, he gets calls, but not like this one.
Not
I
to
know
a
you have to do your
church.
job. I'm not, that part I'm not,
When I get
denying.
called to is
I'm gonna grab it.
Okay.
abortion clinics. Okay?
Sorry,
Oh,
check
when
that.
there's like,
This is not an abortion
right,
church.
right.
What type of church it is, I don't know. I didn't ask.
They drive all of their members to the abortion clinic because they won't let them have kids.
That's the thing.
And again, you would have to know
I'm just
it.
here for what I got called.
Right.
for trans-
Uh,
I appreciate it.
But okay. So what was the message you wanted to convey?
It's basically
Just don't go to the, like I said, the proper line. Once, like I said, you
Okay.
can
Never been a problem.
You
Right.
can protest, you can do everything, but as long as you stay away from the property,
Yeah.
that's fine. It's the same goes as I say.
Right.
You have your house, you don't want anyone to come.
Yeah, I don't want them in my house, but they keep coming to it.
I don't know about that.
So-
There's a
if
danger
they come,
to
that's
pulling
okay.
that.
If they come to your house,
There's a danger.
you
They
have
are coming to my house. This is my house. This is where I live.
You live here, you go to school here, but
And this is where the Scientologist is. Next door. They're on the sidewalk. They're terrorizing us. They're harassing us. They're laughing at us. They're screaming at us on the streets. They're giving us tickets to their weird fucking shows in there. They're trying to get us to come in.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. If somebody hands you a flyer, you can say no and walk away.
They follow you. They're terrorizing.
Sir, just stop following me and then
We
keep
say
walking.
that. They keep following us. They
Well-
stalk you.
I'm
Once
sure
they
you-
have your
I'm sure
face,
you
they
know
stalk
that
you.
Can I ask you something? If they do follow us, I can call you, right?
If they follow you, feel threatened, you feel like your life is in danger,
Yeah.
you call us. If you need to be escorted somewhere, we don't mind. We will
Okay.
escort you, or if you need to talk to them, say, look, this person feels threatened by you.
Okay.
You just create distance. They will do it. I'm sure they're not gonna be. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's kind of, you gotta look at, people want to sell things, right? And some people maybe, they have their way of selling. If you feel,
They're selling human trafficking.
I don't
Yeah,
know about that.
we do.
We've done our research, so we do.
No, we don't have a car. Yeah, we just go by the bag and then the uniform.
What's your star number? And your last name? Zamudio. First district, right?
But this way,
Okay, but you just don't want us to trespass.
that's pretty much basically stay away from the property line.
We do know where it is.
Right.
I mean, we know he has never been here before, so he did not know.
Okay. So now he knows
So
that.
on the curtilage, when you knock on the door, you're allowed to knock on the door, right? And then back off.
You're allowed to knock. That's what I'm saying. If you're not, and
That's
then
what
they
allows
told
you to come to my
like I'm
house.
saying, you
Right.
knock, they open the door, they say, look, we don't want you
Correct.
guys here. They have a right to.
And by the way,
refuse
that part of the conversation never took place. The knock on the door took place. Nobody ever spoke to us.
That's what I'm saying. They don't have to, that's what I'm saying.
I have to. So a door is an invitation onto your curtilage, correct?
So that's what I'm saying. A door it is. But it's like you. If I come to your house and knock,
And I can tell you to go away.
yeah, you could
And
either
at
tell
that
me
point, you have to go away.
or either you could ignore me, knocking, open the door.
Yep,
Then you get the message that probably that person doesn't want to talk to you.
I agree. Yes, and that's true. And then you're right. You should be there as long as it takes to understand that you're not welcome.
Knock, that, no one said knock, one said maybe third time, okay, I guess they don't want to talk to me. Then they're a reasonable person, then you just
Well,
walk away.
what I think is really important, okay, I just want to point this out right now, is her experience as a student here, right?
Yeah.
The amount of money and effort that goes into her schooling, and it's being disrupted by.
If you feel that way,
She said she feels that way.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you feel that way, have you talked to your, the
Yeah,
dean?
they don't give a shit.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta talk to the dean, and if he doesn't
Well,
want
no,
to, you
it-
want to switch to school. That's what I'm saying. You gotta do things that look, everybody has the freedom. We live in America.
If she feels threatened and someone's following her, she's gonna call the
You
police.
can call the
Yeah.
police. That's fine.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. We here, we say we're in America. Freedom of speech, freedom. They also got their freedom of religion. You might not agree with them.
It's
That's
not
fine.
a religion.
It's not a
cult.
religion.
I don't know. about
It's
that.
it's a pay to play. It costs $100,000 to be a member.
Any fucking
Hey.
building.
But
You're
in order,
funny.
In order for it,
I've had
in order for you to put something
Heard
say
enough.
church,
It's been.
right? In order for you to put something on the building say church, you gotta go follow.
I could go get a
Paperwork.
piece of paper right now, tape it on Columbia that says Church of Columbia.
And then call the police constantly. Every time somebody's right outside.
I don't know what you do about that, but
Yeah,
you're in the
whether
same
they're
fucking
trespassing or
situation.
not.
Ask for your tax ID.
keep on.
You gotta match with the tax ID. Pretty much if it's the church, corporation, whatever. You're student, you know that.
So you're encouraging us to go.
It's a cult. It's a cult. You know it. You should know better.
Okay.
Shame on you.
The captain of these
All right, let's go in there. We just gonna.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys.
Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
Gotcha.
Have a good night.
Uh-huh.
So
Talk way too much.
Seriously.
You did good though. Good job.
I'm aware of
I'm
that.
like, it must be
Really, really
freezing.
despite. Oh no,
We got it all.
I'm from Montana.
So you're used
so
to
I'm
cold.
pretty used to the cold. It's like -30 in the winters there. So I like.
Like like
I don't really
Alaska.
notice it. Like when I'm like thinking about it, like it's cold.
Yeah.
But, like if I just sort of am doing something else, it's pretty easy. to
It's
just
true.
kind of figure it
I've
out.
noticed that too.
But
When
I
I'm
cannot
doing,
deal with a heated
I know.
bar. Like if
Oh,
it's like
no.
above 60, I'm like
no,
melting.
me too. Not only that, but like it really affects my pain
No,
level.
same. I feel infinitely worse when it's hot.
When it's hot,
I
yes.
feel infinitely
All
worse.
summer, I'm like, I can't. I just can't.
In the winter, I feel better though. I feel a little better.
Me
because
too.
You can put on. Like,
It's
more
because
clothes,
it's
you can get
drier
warmer.
out,
Yeah.
and
There's less humidity
yes,
in the air. It's less
you don't have all that
sticky.
pain from
Yeah,
the
no.
humidity in your joints. You know. Oh,
You don't need all the fans and everything.
I'm so sorry. This happens every.
Like you said, I think the most
Oh well.
important thing is like you
What
said,
can I
It's the
say?
nature
It's
of this
bullshit.
kind of thing, I guess. When you have a corrupt
if I was
system.
back
Yes.
then, no
I
trespassing.
love that their official police recommendation is like, well, then maybe you should go to school somewhere else.
Yes.
Like,
Well, why don't you transfer to Harvard? Okay. Why don't
sure,
you use
I'll
these
transfer to
brains?
Harvard.
Yes.
Great. Yeah.
And go somewhere else.
Because
Yeah.
Harvard definitely wants me hanging out on campus.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed, darling.
There's only so many schools that have my major. There's
I.
one of them.
Amy says I had a nursing instructor from
Oh, right. You're so
Montana.
right.
Ah, Montana's delightful.
And she wore a sweater in the winter, no jacket in Connecticut.
Yep.
What'd you guys think of those police? What'd you think about my girl and what a badass she is? She's a badass bitch, this one. Hi, how are you, Jellen? I love my mods. What'd you guys think of my girl Moth? Yep. They got like fire and exclamation points and everybody loves you. Everybody loves you.
I appreciate it. Well, I love all of you guys.
At least we're trying to help, you know?
No, absolutely, literally.
Yeah.
You're trying. That's the only important thing, in my opinion, is that you're trying.
At least exposing it,
Yeah,
you know?
seriously. Just getting like
What
the
are your-
word out there is so much.
I'm always curious, like, what are your parents saying about this now?
I have a mom. My mom is a single mother, and she is my own personal hero. I miss her. She's a little bit worried for me, but
That's why I came out. That's my
She's not like leave Chicago yet?
No.
Okay.
She's like the only family member of mine who's like supported me going to Chicago, because I have like a lot of family members who are very protective and who are like.
And they hear about Chicago.
Yeah,
They're like,
no,
don't go
to
there.
Chicago, it's
Yeah.
dangerous. But my mom is very much for following your dreams.
Yeah.
She moved to Alaska from
Yes.
Argentina when she was a kid. because
Nice.
she wanted
She's
to
from
study-
Argentina?
She's from Argentina.
Cool, man.
Oh yeah, no, I immigrated.
Wait, so your mom is Jewish?
Yeah.
And she's Argentine?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Does Shannon?
A lot of Germans came from Germany during World War II and
Really?
from both sides, and they just kind
I
of
lost all my money here.
ignored each other.
That's, isn't that
completely.
wild?
It's
That's so
insane.
wild.
So you'll run into wild pockets. Of
I
both
knew
in
that
Argentina.
Nazis hid in South America. Like, I know
they
that.
do, but also sometimes the Jews also do, which is
Okay.
where I'm from.
Yeah. So have you been to Venezuela?
To Venezuela?
Yeah.
No, I have not been to
Or
Venezuela.
Argentina?
I've been to Argentina.
Okay.
I've been to Argentina and it's beautiful there, and I would love to go back sometime. But I'm a little bit busy right now doing the whole
A little
working,
bit.
schooling, you know?
Yes. Are you done with midterms yet?
No, I'm
shit.
in them. I'm in them hard. I have
Oh.
a communication ethics midterm, and it's going wild.
What's communication ethics?
Communication ethics is a lot like what you do, except if what you did was in like an office with like saran wrapped muffins.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Okay. If I were a respectable journalist, you're in a cult.
Yeah.
You need to get out.
We can help you. Love to help you. I feel so bad.
I
Aaron.
feel bad that you have to live.
Yeah, I do too. I hate it. I think about you all the
You're
time.
fearful of your surroundings.
I mean, I'm from Montana, so.
But you
frankly, I'm used
stand
to it,
up.
but,
You
like,
stand up. You're not.
course
There
I
are a
do.
lot of people that are running back and forth, just trying to.
Which is also equally as valid, but
Yeah.
I will always stand up. I will always do that because.
Me too, to a fault.
That's like, I don't know. That's just one of my principles. I'm a marketer, so I have to lose some of my principles, but I'll never lose that one. I'll never
So
stop
ethics.
standing up.
So communications ethics is like journalist ethics.
It's a little bit like that. It's more of an ethics in a general sense of the world of communications. So it's just kind of like trying to parse out like, is this method of communication like a good way to communicate with people? Is this news article a good or a bad, a net positive or a net negative?
Ah,
Is like,
interesting.
yeah. It's
Did you-
a lot of just reading the news and a lot of writing the news.
Okay. Did you happen to see the Tribune article about our event on May 3rd?
Oh.
March 3rd,
Oh boy.
their grand opening.
Oh no, I did not. What did the Tribune have to say? Do tell.
Compare the Tribune's article and the Sun-Times article.
I am
So
interested.
the
because I
Tribune-
have very different opinions on both of those papers.
Yes, the Tribune has a paywall, so I did
Yeah.
a show on it. If
Yeah.
you want to know,
Yeah.
so
That's why I have
basically
different opinions on
Yeah.
the Tribune and
Yes.
the Sun-Times.
Right.
The Tribune is a paywall.
a paywall, right?
I get it. I
It's
came from
always
college,
been
so I can read
conservative.
it for free, but-
It's been the Trib is conservative, the Sun-Times is more labor positive and all that.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so the Tribune took their public, their PR message and used that as a statement from Scientology. And then they talked to two students here, one of whom was Devin, and all she said was, I see through them, they're sneaky. But the other one, her name is Roisin Darby. Do you know her? Because I really want to talk to her.
I don't know
She's
who
a
that is.
sophomore and lives here.
And
I don't know a lot of stuff.
they interviewed her, or
They interviewed her, and she said, and they quoted her in the paper, and she said, we don't want them next door to us. They're like no uncertain terms. She said,
Seriously?
we don't like them. They're a cult, and we don't want them here.
We don't want them next door. They are a cult. That's true.
Right.
There are no uncertain terms.
Right.
I mean,
And
anybody
then-
who's saying that shit,
And then the
is
Sun
amazing.
Times actually did some research. They talked to some people who know both sides of Scientology. They
Yeah.
know a lot about
There's
Scientology, and they talked about what really goes on, the cult that goes on. Yeah.
Which is it's insane.
Say hi to your mom. Does she watch?
My mom does not. My mom is. I love her so much. She is a woman who wears glasses, has a cat, wears sweaters almost exclusively, and lives in a cozy cabin in Montana
No
with very
way.
little internet connection and very many books.
Oh
for you, it's
my
like it's warm
god.
outside.
That's like
Yeah,
heaven.
this is fine for me.
Yeah.
I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I'm also like right outside my building, so if I was
Right,
cold,
but
I could
still,
just
it's
go
like, yeah.
inside.
That sounds like heaven to me. That's the life
She
I
likes
want.
it a lot. She really enjoys it. Sometime outside of live stream hours, you'll have to talk to me about like where
Okay.
we lived in Montana,
Yeah.
because it's a great area for people who want to like get away from it.
Yes.
It really is. Highly suggest the area.
If I could
It's like
live,
unfound.
Until I was
so-
9, I grew up.
dude, I should go there.
Yeah.
On the outskirts of
Great.
Denver, like right by the Rockies, until I was 9. It was beautiful.
I've been to Grant, Colorado. I stayed in a dude ranch for
It's beautiful.
2 weeks or something.
It can be tough to find like community out there. Is like pretty much the worst part of it, but it is.
Because the people live
Because
so
it's
far
so
apart.
isolated,
Yeah.
and because a lot of the people there are like looking to get away for very different reasons.
It's like Alaska.
Yeah,
A lot of outlaws and yeah. It's a cult. Don't go in. You can leave.
You're allowed.
People will help you leave.
Individual is so
We would help you leave. We would help you.
Have you
And it
seen
would be so
Devin?
good. Seen Devin.
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard of this person.
Oh.
There are so many names. I also wanted to tell you, people on campus have been watching your streams. People
Good.
keep coming up to me and being like, "You're from the streams." And
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, you saw
I'm
me
Moth.
on there. I'm Moth.
Yes.
That's me. Howdy doody. I'm a reoccurring character.
Yes,
because
you
I
are.
regularly leave my house, and
Yeah.
that's where they are.
Yeah. We're pretty much right
pretty much-
across from your dorm.
Couldn't be more
So
convenient.
come say
Couldn't be more
hello
convenient.
anytime.
Yeah, I'm always around.
If you ever see Roisin, her name is spelled. I
If I
don't know
ever
if it's a
encounter
girl
her.
or boy.
If
You
I ever
guys,
encounter that.
does anybody in the chat know if Roisin is a girl or a boy? Is that a girl or a boy's
And that was
name?
in the Sun-Times article.
No, she was the only one speaking sense in the Tribune.
The Tribune article. I
Yes.
will take a look at it and I will ask around about the name, and maybe I know someone who knows her. Because the right is pretty interconnected. So like, if I don't know someone, I'm probably only like 2 or 3 degrees off.
Yeah.
Because that's just how living in a building full
Yeah.
of businesses.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
It seems like you guys all know each other. Is that not? But there are hundreds of people in
A
there.
lot of the vibe is that you sort of know each other. It's sort of a culture of like floors a little bit. So like everyone on your floor waves at you.
I think a girl too. That's my guess. So spelled Roisin. Yeah, it looks like Roisin.
Poison. I will use gender neutral pronouns until we find out more, but I will look around and ask. Maybe the article has like pronoun use. Well, I don't know if I would trust.
They didn't. I tried. No, I wouldn't either. I would
So
not.
I will ask around and see if anyone.
Okay,
knows
thanks.
them, because they sound cool.
Thanks.
I will ask around.
It's
about
probably somebody like you would want to know.
Yeah, no,
Somebody that would
I-
support you, and you guys could support each other.
it. I definitely know quite a few people who like know people, so I will ask them.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. If we're looking to track somebody down, I mean, I'm a social media manager. That's like my.
That's your thing.
My whole thing.
Yeah,
That's
you're
like my
gonna
whole
help
thing.
me with my brand and everything.
I
I started memberships.
Ooh, exciting. That's a new chapter.
And
Are
they're
you
called
excited?
I am actually, because we're gonna because it allows you to have like a really small group of people
Yeah.
that and you can get their input
Yeah, that's
on what
awesome.
we're doing. Because I look at
A
it.
small group like that is really great.
Yes.
It's really awesome.
Yes, it is. I look at it as like an opportunity to take team action. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Because people are always saying, "How can we help? How can we help?"
Yeah.
You can help. You know, if
Yeah.
you can't get down, we have lots of people that are so mobility disabled they can't get out.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like that too some
I'm
days.
like that all the time, but it happens to be right in front of my house, so like.
So you don't have to go very
yeah,
far.
no, I don't have to go far
Yeah.
at all. Even on my worst days,
Right.
You know, as long as I can get out of the house, I can get right here. You know?
Right.
It's a pretty low bar. I had my walker out today.
Did you?
All day on campus. Oh,
Why?
my
You
Lord.
didn't feel good?
I had a rheumatology appointment on Monday, so I had to get like some exams done, and they stretch you out and stuff, so you're just kind of tired.
Yes.
After.
Do you go to Northwestern?
I go to Rush, which is I like Rush. Actually.
Okay, who's your
my rheumatologist? Oh God, what is her name? Dr. Jolly.
I've heard of her.
She's fantastic.
It's a small community of rheumatologists here. It takes a long time to find a good one, and I still don't have
I got pretty
one.
lucky. I have a really, really good primary care physician, and she's really good with referrals. She has been in the system for a while, I guess, and knows a lot of people.
Okay.
So whenever I need something, she's like,
She's
"Oh,
right
yeah,
on it.
I know
That's
someone
so
in that department. I'll
nice.
call my friend blah blah blah, and I'll get you an appointment in a couple weeks."
I'm at
that's crazy.
Loyola, so and it's not, you know what I mean? It doesn't have the reputation Rush has.
Rush is really great.
And they're all men. It's a cult. Come out. It's a cult. Come out into real life.
But yeah, no, I have really good insurance. My mom, but I don't know.
That's a
options are
cool
definitely
looking
different.
dog.
What a parade!
I know. I really like that sweater too, but I can't.
It's a good color.
White people can't wear yellow.
No,
No.
I wish. I do
Me
love
too.
yellow. But
I
had
do
that
too.
realization when I was like 7, and I was like, darn.
Yes,
Can't
it's
do it.
black people
Can't
look
do it.
gorgeous in yellow.
Stunning.
It's a cult. Cult man. Cult
Help
man. The old ones are never leaving. You know what I mean?
Too far gone. Yeah.
Well, no, if they're really old, they can go because they don't take care of them. They don't take care of them at all. If you listen to, when you're done with your exams, there's a guy called Mike Brown who rescued his elderly mother from Scientology. She was living in a boiler room in the bowels of some big building in LA, and they were letting
Do
her
you think
die.
people live in this fucking building? I bet people live in this
It
fucking
is
building.
mixed use, so they can live in it. Yeah, that's not right.
Fuck.
That is not right.
Is there do we have a full floor plan of this building?
We could get one
I
because
bet we
they.
could find one.
No, I mean it should be public record because
Yeah,
they.
I bet that there's because there's you know, oh god, I forgot the name of them, but there's a couple of public record databases that you can get this information from. So we should be able to get a floor
Yes,
plan.
we can.
Or map.
But what difference would it make?
I'm interested to see how much space they really have in there, and if any of it is.
They just said in the article, it's like,
Yes.
oh God, what
I'm
did
wondering if there's
What did
any.
they say? 30,000 square feet. I mean, it's huge.
Because it's right next to the Dwight, and the Dwight is massive in there.
Is it really?
That house is something like 1,000 kids minimum. The Dwight is huge.
Does everybody remember Moth? I mean, not,
Hi.
so I'm 50-50, right? 50% of the people that see my videos have never seen another one.
Yeah.
And
So
never
for
will
those of you-
again.
For those of you who haven't met us before,
Do you need one?
yeah, do you need a hand?
Oh, no, I'll be fine.
Okay.
Thank you anyhow.
Hi.
But I'm Moth. I'm a mobility disabled kid here at
It's a cult.
Columbia College, Chicago. We're living with Dwight here this year. Next year I will not, thanks to my
Yay.
fantastic friends. Yay.
It's a group of you, right? That are going to go
Yeah.
together?
It's a group
Don't
of
say
me
where
and
you're
some-
going.
Yeah, no. I won't be saying where I'm going, and I won't be saying who I'm going with, but I will say I'm going somewhere slay with some slay people.
Yeah.
But I'm Moth. The Scientologists have been terrorizing me, and as a disabled person, it's been extra bad because
Yes.
they've been doing a lot of things where they block off the sidewalk or they block off this entrance here. So I've been having to walk a lot extra or walk through awkward crowds.
Did
Can I
anything?
show the crowd picture?
Of
Can we show
course,
it?
yeah.
It's such a good example
It's
of the
on.
kind of shit they do.
It
every
is
day.
on my YouTube page, but it's on in the community tab, you guys. But Moth has it on her phone.
Yeah.
Here is.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
This is the crowd. They were like, just students were walking through there, and they like wouldn't move. They were like, students had to walk through, and I was like, I don't want to go near you, and they were like, well, that's your option, and I was like, okay, fine. I can't walk around because I'm too disabled for that, so I guess I'm just gonna have to walk through it because I would have just gone around the street and not like gone through them.
But why should you have
yeah,
to?
no.
For
Why
God's
should I have
sake?
to do that? Why should I have to do that?
I know. I love how the police are like, well, you can just if they're following you, call the police. Right.
You're right here. Do
right.
something.
I know. They never do
Do
anything.
something.
They always go in and talk Scientology first. And that guy said I was trespassing. I know exactly what he was talking about. I didn't trespass for 1 second.
And if you say you didn't, I believe that.
Yeah. I mean,
100%. Of
I
course
would
you
tell
do.
you.
And also,
you
it doesn't
guys,
seem like something
it's
you
on.
do.
It's
Like,
on film.
Yeah.
It's
you
not
film
what I do.
everything.
Yeah.
We're all about being accountable. We're
I
not
told
shitty
him.
like that.
No, we're not like them. I told him you're trespassing right now, and he was like, "Oh, I didn't know that." He didn't know.
Yeah.
So he
steps
moved
off.
away,
Yeah,
and then they call the cops. I mean,
God.
they're
Of course they do.
disgusting.
Of course they do. Of course.
And but it's a church. But it's a church.
I could get a piece of cardboard and write church and put it
I
above
know.
that. I pay $100,000 to go to that fucking place.
Yeah, right?
So why can't that be a church?
That's
if
right.
If they're paying $100,000 to go there and they can just put a church sign on it.
That's
I'm
right.
paying $100,000 to be there. Why can't I put a church sign on it?
Then
Now we're a
you wouldn't
church.
have to pay your taxes.
No, I don't have to pay taxes.
Right.
I would love to not
You
pay
wouldn't have
taxes,
to
but then I wouldn't have to pay for those fucking police officers.
Yes, because they're
God.
assholes.
Can you believe that I have to, that all of us that live in America have to pay for those fucking people? Can you
No,
believe
I
that?
can't.
That's
We
nuts.
paid for this, okay?
paid for this.
Everybody says, oh, the whales pay for it.
No, we
Where do you
fucking
think
pay
they
for
get their money?
this. We fucking pay for this.
It's a cult, and shame on you for going in.
This is built with money that was stolen from the common people and hoarded by these motherfuckers.
Right.
Every cent of fucking wealth and power that is stored up in these psychopathic buildings and in this fucking organization should be smashed to bits and given to everybody who fucking deserves it, which is everybody on the streets of
Who
Chicago.
needs it? Right.
Everybody who needs
Right.
it. Everybody who needs it.
Right.
It should be for everyone, not just these people.
That's
With
right.
their gilded gates and their $100,000 tickets of entry.
Oh, and their private helicopters and private airplanes and all the
Imagine the emissions that's causing.
and they make these big ass like apartments for Tom Cruise in Clearwater and everywhere they've got an org. Tom Cruise has his own little private.
And they tried to station us with those fucking Subway sandwiches when they first got here.
It was Subway? No
Subway,
way.
nothing. Yeah, they had a little table.
At
with
least
a
they
little
could have
box of
done
donuts
like
and some
Jimmy
sandwiches.
John's or
No.
something.
Subway sandwiches and Dunkin's are literally right there. They didn't even go like 15 feet. They couldn't be bothered. Subway and
Pathetic.
Dunkin'.
Fail. Y'all failed.
Scientology
You failed,
is
Scientology.
sick.
Next time it better be Jimmy John's or nothing. I love Jimmy John's.
I do love Jimmy John's.
I do too.
I just love Jimmy
Go eat before your food is
I
cold.
do actually have to go study for
Yeah,
this, but
yeah.
It's lovely to see you.
You too always. Love you so much.
Love ya. All right, I will see you soon. I will be in touch.
Okay, I know.
All right, I'll see ya.
You take care.
Take care.
Stay away from these crazy motherfuckers. Do you hear that, cult boy? It's a cult. Don't go in there.
The staff members sometimes they make a bit less money than the CEO company. Really? They used to have to separate.
I knew they were going to call the cops about that. I knew it.
You did say it. You called it in the alley.
Yeah.
The guy that was out here the day that Natalie was here was the same thing. It's like, oh,
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Whether we trespass or not, they're going to call the
what the
police.
clock line is. So that shelf is theirs. Good day at the cult?
Hey, how's the cult going? Traffic some humans
They
today?
have to. Yeah.
Better watch out. We're SPs. We're really scary.
Yeah, people get their pay and try to get them to demote, and you fail until you stop demoting.
People found me on Facebook already. That's like
Oh, they did. They said it
like
on
their only
mine too. They're like, he's on
Yeah,
Facebook.
yeah, but by all means, anybody who wants to become friends with me on Facebook, I'm totally
It's a
down.
cult boy.
I don't really do. I think that my
Shame on you, cult boy.
my son was like,
Your suit doesn't fit.
I never, if I have an Instagram account, I don't look at it. And YouTube, it's just like if you Google my name, it'll either be interviews from every July 19th, or it'll be music. So I don't really have.
What is this? I want to get as close as I can possibly get. I'm just going to walk back and forth. Oh, here's one. Here's a Scientologist. Excuse me, do you work on an airplane? Or do you work on an airplane? Wait, ma'am, can I get a drink? Excuse me, stewardess?
Did you see the smile you got?
Yeah, once in a while.
But it is very good.
Yeah, they said you guys, listen, the police said that I put my phone over the edge of their step trying to read their stupid sign. I put my phone over it. And the cop accused me of trespassing. It's like, yeah, good luck with that one. That would have done well in court. So apparently the Chicago Police Department has nothing to do but answer Scientology's calls about people putting their phones over the line of what they say is their property line. I don't know if you guys remember this, but there was a cop that came out and said all of this. So here's the Scientology building right here. Here's the sidewalk. And the cop said that because there used to be an awning over this part of the sidewalk, all the way over to here is Scientology's property. So nobody could go beyond here. So look, here's the curb. Here's the sidewalk. Here's Scientology. Okay, that white caulk line is what they claim. Oops, oh no, is what they claim is their property line. But the cop came out and said, well, they told me that there was an awning right here. So you can't go anywhere where the awning used to be. I mean, hello, do you have to graduate high school to be a Chicago cop? Scientology is a cult. It's a nasty, dirty cult.
About 15 minutes back, so that means it's about.
Scientology is a cult. It's a filthy, wealthy cult with filthy people that take advantage of other people. What's the matter? David Miscavige doesn't have a big enough house? Is that it, Osa? What else do you guys need? What do you need that you don't have? A gold toilet seat? More free slave labor? What's the matter? Does Tom Cruise not have enough people waiting on his every whim? Shame on you. Shame on you, cult. Shame on you.
Good job. Way to go. That's a church.
Keep protecting rapists.
Yeah, that broke my, when I realized that restaurant, that broke my heart. I had some people that were very.
Okay, so being a nicer, gentler Shannon lasted about, how long did it last? A couple hours at least.
You ate nicer, gentle Shannon.
I tried. I'm trying. But I can't.
I do like the theater and the popcorn and the. Oh, please don't go in there. You know it's a cult.
Don't go in there with that child, you
Child
sickos. You're sick.
Oh my gosh, that was like a real family movie.
Yeah, we see it all the time, dude. All the time. Kids going into Scientology with their fucked up parents. There goes my monetization on top of it.
One of the members mentioned, so Mark Brown is a guy.
I mean, shit, you guys, look at my community page. You see that page with all those old guys on those chairs? That happened days after these idiots moved in. and they're still blocking whatever they feel like blocking. You know, Moth couldn't get through that day. Sometimes she uses a walker, sometimes she uses a wheelchair. That day she had a walker and she couldn't get through, and they would not move. Cult. Sickening. So now these Columbia College students are having to deal with all this shit.
Yeah, he looked like he was coming from.
Oh, right, give us a thumbs up
Clearwater, yeah.
for my filthy mouth. How about that? For all my bad language. If you like bad Shannon, give us a thumbs up. If you like the nicer, gentler Shannon, give us a thumbs up. How's that sound? You like the nicer, gentler. It's too hard. They're too horrid. Look at what they do to people, you guys. They take their passports, so they're stuck in a foreign country or on a boat. Yeah, badass. That's right. I mean, did you hear Moth? She said to the cop, well, if you're done, are you done? Have you said what you needed to say? If so, you can leave. He's like, I'm not taking orders from you. Are you the police? No, I'm the police. I mean, seriously. This is the quality of person that is serving and protecting the public here. Well, you guys, I'm speaking to the choir. You guys saw what happened. You saw what happened at that lame-ass opening. Did you guys see the picture of David Miscavige that Aaron has with his plastic surgery, fake tan, 2-foot-tall hairdo? Did you guys see that? I mean, it's frightening. It's seriously frightening. Okay, hold on. Let's see what's going on over here. Don't you hate it when that happens?
Battery down.
Not once.
Yeah.
Not one bad experience. I don't remember ever Northeastern saying anything about us and us saying anything about Northeastern. Neither one of them. It was like, so again, I'm just pointing out that even if you have a belief system that does fall within the context of religion, this is not that.
No, this is a weird new agey philosophy from the 1940s that was maybe cutting edge at the time, you know? It was, I mean, at the time Dale Carnegie wrote, you know, How to Win Friends and, what is it? How to Make Friends and Influence People. Those kinds of ideas were new, you know, it was a novel approach, the tone scale, you know, the idea that you have a choice in the matter, that you can cause good things or bad things in your life. But now that's all part of the common lexicon. It's not useful anymore. It's like time for it to shrivel and die.
Not only was he a science fiction writer, he was a bad science writer.
He was so bad, so bad.
About 20 years ago, I picked up a book, not even Dianetics. I just wanted to see because I got really curious, and it was
awful. Yeah, it's awful.
It was like,
I know, it's torture. Have you ever read any of his, for lack of a better word, you know, his edicts, his bulletins? The things.
Don't think so.
Oh, it's the same. It's exactly the same as his. If you look on my community tab, I've got some of them on there.
Oh, I'm gonna look.
But I mean, not just my channel. I mean, they're all over the internet now.
Oh, they are?
Yes, but it's.
The whole Zeman thing is all over the internet too.
I know.
And these people, do they really not get on?
You know what? The woman I was talking to said they really don't. Because if they do, they have to go get sex checked. They have to tell on themselves. So when or their husband tells on them, or their mom, or, you know, somebody tells on them, or they tell them themselves, and then they have to do hours of auditing about it.
See, that's the thing. Again, like, when you talk about religion in my community where I grew up, we were not on the internet. We were not. But there was.
Is
no,
that
like,
right?
Yeah.
That's
but
right. You
just-
could have watched TV.
But it was like you grew up. No, I didn't have a television, no
Yeah.
radio, no magazines, nothing.
Yeah.
But if something like that happened and we went on, it wasn't like the end of the world. You know what I'm trying to say? It wasn't like you had to.
Oh my God! Now you have to go to confession for 10 hours.
There's zero
Do 500 Hail Marys.
It's just like maybe the rabbi mentioned something too, like, oh, you were looking at ladies, you should be looking at ladies.
They have boobs. That's
There's
bad.
a store across the street, like a flatbed, at least Jack Foster, and there's a lot of like pork mags like there. They had that in the 90s. They had them out.
Yeah.
And like that's like the one thing that somebody was always like watching. But still, it was like a smiling. You know, you got like a smile from the rabbi knows that you're just like being normal.
Yeah.
Just a normal human being.
Yes.
So
Yes.
no, you just lost it. If we retake 10th grade.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
10th grade away.
All right, let's take a little walk. Yes, dear.
Is Trashy coming?
Wait, somebody should call him. Can you call?
I don't have.
Oh, okay, I'll call him.
You can use my phone if you want.
Oh, he's so cute. What is he?
He's a terrier poodle mix.
Oh, he's so sweet. That's a cute dog. That's a really, really cute dog. Oh my gosh, my legs are getting sore. You can tell by how I'm walking. I'm walking like an old lady. I'm getting sore. I'm just wondering what this kid's doing here. Seriously. Bleh. I didn't realize there was music on at all. It just sounded like noise, and it still does. It's Fergie. My kids used to like to dance to that when they were little. Okay. Well, I only have 68 people left, so I'm going off. You guys, thanks a lot for tuning in as usual. I'm sore and I'm going home, so stay with Windy City Thetan. We'll see if Trashy's coming. Windy will let you know.
I'm not long for this anyhow.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot, you guys.
The Coke gets a free ride for a little while.
Ellie, thank you so much. This was not very fun. You're welcome, Zenu. Thanks for being here. Ellie, thanks as usual. Are you gelling? I love you.
Really nice to meet you guys.
Um,
For me, 'cause I'm
okay.
like, you know, and-
Okay, I'll see you guys later. Hey, you guys, thank you for coming. Let's talk. We'll talk later. Bye. Say goodbye to Scientology. It's a cult!
The next thing, I know enough.